Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for appeasement. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, they you might want to get out of dodge while they eat. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beat, and they don't leave anything behind that they eat.
I can see you soft, never thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. With my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What's going on? Yeah, I hit some function on here, man. It had me spinning, bro. What's going on? It's like I didn't know what was going on. Let's see. Let's see if I can get my headset going. Oh man, just threw me all off. Here we go. God dang, man. Had to shut down and restart and everything. What's going on, everybody? What's happening, man? Oh man, we got the fight of fights tonight, man. We ready, man. We finally here, bro. Get your beer. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna go out, go ahead, go out early. Do what you got to do, man. Because this fight here is gonna be what's up. What's going What's going on, bro? Can you hear me now? Somebody put it in the chat if you can hear me. Let's get it going, man. Let's get it going. Yes, sir, man. Boots, man. This is Boots' time to shine, man. This is his time to shine, bro. I mean, he looks ready. Man, he looked like he got a lot of confidence. Xander looked like he's got a lot of confidence, man. Man, both of these boys look like they ready, bro. They just ready to get in the ring and get this shit over with, bro. And tonight is the night. Um, man, I mean, this is going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? If anybody, I think Boots going to go up in there, man. I think it's going to be a damn competitive ass fight. Um, I don't think it's going to be as easy as a lot of people think. I think Xander, this is his dog fight. You know what I'm saying? He just became unified. And man, when I tell you he gonna want to hold on to them belts, this is gonna be a scrap, man. I mean, you could tell that boy's in dog shape. He's a big guy, and what I'm saying, he comes. They says walk around weight is like 190 to 200, bro. So I don't even. I mean, man, just to squeeze down to 154, he's got to be in the gym. And it's going to be interesting to see if Jaron Boots Ennis can hurt this kid, man, because he is such a big boy. And then what is he really going to rehydrate to? So that's going to be interesting to see, what I'm saying. But he don't want to rehydrate so much that he's slow. But we all know that Xander, he's going to be moving in that ring, and that's going to be a key to him surviving. Because I think Boots is going to be the hunter, and he's going to be the prey. Um, but we got it. But one thing that's I got the question is, can Boots take that punch? Saying from a guy that walks around at 190, bro. Can he take the punch from Xander? I know Xander ain't got like no one punch knockout power, but what I'm saying? If you get hit by a bigger guy, man, it's like that shit hit different. And you got to think this too. Boots had one fight. He only had one fight at 154. So it's like, is he going? You know what I'm saying? We got to see how he respond to them punches. But I think Boots is going to be on his technical shit first. Um, I think he's going to be cautious. I think he's going to go in there. What I'm saying, with his boxing brain on, with his boxing IQ on. He, I don't think he's going to force the fight until he see what Xander's got. You know what I'm saying? Because Xander's a smart dude, man. He's a cunning fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's very technical. And one thing about it, what I'm saying, he ain't no dummy in there. You know what I'm saying? He got two belts. He's got a lot to lose, so he's gonna have a lot of confidence. I mean, the way he been talking, talking about ripping Jaron Boots' heart out. I was like, man, are you serious? It's like, man, do you know that's the phenom? That's the Black Thor Philly right there, man. You talking about? So he got a lot of confidence to be so young, 23 years old. But let me tell you something. I'm glad to hear it because we need this fight. We need this fight right here, bro. We need it big time. What's going on, Charles? What's happening, bro?
What's up, Pool, man? Good talking to you, bro. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm back on the scene. You know how it is when we got these good big fights.
Oh
That's going.
yeah.
Man, I mean, hey, are you stunned by Xander's confidence? Because I am like, I'm taken aback by. I'm like, bro, I kind of consider him the weakest champion at
Hmm.
154 at the time. So I was just like, damn, where's all this confidence coming from? But then I heard that the dude walk around at 190 to 200 pounds. It's like, really? Wow.
Uh, I hope he's not banking on that.
Man, but it could hurt him now if he
Yeah.
hydrates too much, 25 pounds,
Mhm.
whatever. That's gonna hurt him against Boots because Boots, he stays in that gym. He's a gym rat.
Yeah.
He's always working. So I think Boots is gonna come in with his technical brain on instead of, coming in there trying to stunt and using his athletic gifts. Um,
Yeah.
and trying to walk him down because if you try to walk down that big dog right there, what I'm saying, he might get stunned, what I'm saying, trying to
Mhm.
trying to come in on him, what I'm saying. So I want him that's at least what I wish he do, what I'm saying, just kind of break him down slowly, what I'm saying. Even if you don't have to stop him, just kind of like, I don't mind him winning by unanimous decision, tell you the truth. What I'm saying? Because I just want to see how he reacts to
Yeah.
those punches, what I'm saying, because you never know. We seen him get hit in the chin. We know he got a chin, but at some time that chin get cracked, bro. You going down. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how good your chin is. But
Mhm.
Boots usually he got good eyes. He's one of them fighters that is always looking to anticipate what you're going to throw. And I don't think Xander's fast enough to really crack him like that. If Boots boxes, what I'm saying, and instead of trying to force the fight, because I know he
Yeah.
wants to make a statement, and I know Boots get impatient sometimes, and I think that is Boots' weakness is that he get impatient, he gets
Mhm.
bored with boxing, and he wants to knock a guy out, and so he's willing to trade, exchange punches. You know what I'm saying, when he gets very impatient, bro. It's like, come on, man. It's like you got to do better than that, man.
Yeah.
You in the big league now, and he's facing a lot of criticism from the boxing elites. You know what I'm saying, about his impatience and all of his flaws, not cutting off the ring, this type thing.
Mhm.
So, and I know it aggravates him to no end, but at the same time, they're waiting. This is his signature fight, the breakout of all that. This is a breakout
Yep.
fight, so he could be seen as the phenom, as everybody sees him to be. So this he gonna have to he can't just beat Xander, in my opinion. He's got to look really good. He's gonna have to really separate himself. He can't just be average. He's gonna have to go in there and really put it on Xander, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So he'll elevate, what I'm saying,
Mhm.
in everybody's mind because we see him as such an amazing fighter, and a lot of people don't like him because he's been compared to Crawford, of course. You know what I'm saying, a generational talent, and they don't like that shit, bro. They don't like it, Charles. They don't like
Yep.
that shit one bit. What do you think about it?
I think I'm with you. I'm surprised Xander even took this fight, man. I thought, but he took it. But I
Bro,
hope
I've got a
he,
lot of respect for that kid, man. A lot of
yeah,
respect.
really. I hope he's not banking on him being big in the ring because Boots has sparred Canelo and Camp for Crawford before. So he's
Hmm.
already used to a bigger guy in the ring. You know what I mean? So if you're
Yeah,
banking on that, he got to be careful. I think Xander's best thing that he needs to do is when he get in the range, he needs to go for his body.
yeah,
Don't even try to go for his chin because Boots has a chin, and you don't want to be in them situations to where you going for the chin and there's not enough power for Boots and he just started going crazy on you. You need to get to his body to at least slow him down to where he can be close range because he can jump in, he can jump out and his speed. But the main thing is he gonna have to find some way to slow down Boots' speed, and that's going to the body. And Boots is gonna have to keep up with his speed and not underestimate him. He's gonna have to. I know at times Boots like to showboat but I think this one he gonna really have to like bite down because it's some type of confidence that Xander has that made him even take this fight. So I will just be on my P's and Q's.
well, he seemed to think he got better feet than Boots.
Mm,
And so he seemed like he think he can move, and so probably concentrating on, what I'm saying, a lot of lateral movement because of that
mm,
Karen fight, and he looked like he's very confident in this. I was like,
yep.
boy, you are huge.
He been out with
When
that
you
chin in the air. He better get
yeah,
that chin up in the air.
yeah, when you see this dude, man, he taller than Boots, So this will
Mm,
be like the first time Boots will be facing somebody bigger than him, man.
yep.
Uh, so it's going to, fighters tend to, perform a little differently when they fighting somebody, a little bit bigger now. And he got skills too. So,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the toughest fight, both of them. I know a lot of people try to shoot down Xander. They say him Boots in 4, but I think this gonna be his toughest fight, man, because Xander got some grit, man.
he sure do. He sure do. He got an attitude too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can see, I saw him did you see the weigh in?
yeah.
Man,
And
when I tell
he
you
look
that,
confident too, Paul. He confident.
bro,
He don't nervous or scared or nothing.
that kid got nerves of steel. I don't know,
Yeah,
bro. It's something they know, bro. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
I think it's going to be a war. I think it's going to be a war of attrition at times. I think
Mm-hmm.
at times, you know what I'm saying, if Boots starts to, get a little bit momentum, I think Xander's gonna turn up, you know what I'm saying, and try to
Yep.
get Boots frustrated by putting that jab in his face, you know what I'm saying, because Xander got a nice jab, Boots got a nice jab on both sides,
Hmm.
southpaw and orthodox. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like his shit is hard, very disruptive. Now, if he uses his jab to go to that body, to break that body there, I can see the stab jab, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
working really well for Boots. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And him switching at times just to throw off the rhythm. Because what I was listening to Bread, man, he was saying like, when you bouncing, you know what I'm saying? Because Xander got
Yeah.
that bounce. He's saying like it's hard to guard, to the body, against the jab to the body when you got that bounce, that bounce in your step. He says the best way to do it is, what I'm saying, like, when you're stationary and you can see the punch coming, where it's going and everything. And he said,
Mm.
it's going to be hard for Xander to get away from Jaron Boots and his jab. And
Yeah.
I thought about that thing. I said, you know what? I said, Breadman be always on point with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Boots definitely got that body shot, straight right,
Hmm.
stab, jab. He got all that shit in his arsenals. I hope he can think of this,
Yeah.
saying once he get into the heat of the moment. And I know he's been on the big stage, so I think he'll be okay because he done had big fights, and he got 37 fights, something like that. So he'll be okay.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He got the big stage experience, and he's gonna have to take Xander into deep water. And I'm thinking about round 8, he should start breaking him down. About round
Yeah.
8, because Xander, he tends to get tired because
Yeah.
all that backpedaling and
Yep.
stuff.
And you know what, too, Paul?
Mm,
This Xander's first time fighting that 12 rounds was last year, so he ain't used to going 12. So you exactly right. He might get tired of like around 8 because he used to go on 10 rounds. His first time going 12 rounds was last year. So
hmm.
and then you fight in there with Boots. You know what I'm saying? He going
Right.
I hope he got a gas tank. If he don't, Boots is gonna take him out of there.
Well,
And
another thing
and
is,
then for Boots too, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry,
go
Paul.
ahead, go ahead. You good? You good? Go ahead, bro.
But for Boots, what we got to remember too, this is really our first time seeing him go past 3 rounds at 154. Is he gonna be able to hold the weight? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the only reason I think it's okay because he is a gym rat chopping wood.
Yeah.
This kid does. I mean, when it comes to physical fitness, I think Boots is up there with the Bud Crawfords. He's up there with the,
Mm-hmm.
with the fanatics, with the wards, the people who train crazy. And
Yep.
I think he's up there. I don't think the weight is going to be a problem for
Okay.
him. Um, I think he's going to have more stamina. Cause I think I saw him doing like a lot of swimming type
Yeah.
training with the little mask. So I think if anything, he probably overtrained. Um,
Mm.
but what I was looking at was your boy Xander, man. He was fat when he came in, man. Did you see how big and how
Yeah.
fat? Yeah, man, nigga, the back of his neck had fat on it. He looked like a damn football player, bro. I was like, God damn, that's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, big ass pumpkin head, and that. I was
Right.
just like, man. I was like, man, that dude should be fighting that goddamn super middleweight. But
They said it was a rumor that he said that this was his last fight at 154.
yeah, I mean, you know what? That's why he took the damn fight.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm telling y'all right now, that's why he took the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'll be interested to see what he rehydrates to. I would
Woo!
be I'll be interested to see what he rehydrates to. Um, you know, I mean, because that camp had to be hell. He had to been training for a minute to get down. Um, you know what I'm saying? Now he trains hard, don't get me wrong, and he's
Mhm.
athletic too. A lot of people say he's not athletic. That kid is athletic, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching his fights, man, and he's got that 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? And that three, he loves going straight to the body, bro. He goes to the body very well. Um, I mean, I don't know why I never looked at Zen. I always just looked at him as a mediocre fighter. Um, Even though, you know what I'm saying, he was a notch above mediocre, I would say. Not
Yeah.
not not mediocre, a notch above mediocre. And I just never really paid attention. I mean, I watched his fights, but
Hmm.
but they were boxing matches, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were
Yeah.
just nice little boxing matches or whatever. Then, I've
Yeah.
seen fights where he knocked out a few people, but those champions that he knocked out, they were like title holders. They were more like title holders than
Mm.
true champions. You know what I'm saying? Barroso, and I forgot what the other guy named he fought. Um, you know, those guys are like. I mean, I don't know why they put him. I guess because it's at a higher weight class. They put him over the 174 champions that Boots fought, right? But I thought those guys were better pedigree at 147 than the guys that Xander fought for the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like Stanionis and what's the other guy? Oh, he just got elevated on the other
Oh,
side. But even Lipinets, you know what I'm saying? Those
yeah.
names like that, Lipinets, those are good wins, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're not top,
Hmm.
they're not really the top of the top, but
Hmm.
they're the top at the time. You know what I'm saying? I think Lipinets would have gave, Devin Haney hell, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Um,
And you know what too? Those two Karen fights. I think he really needed those fights. Those
mm,
Karen fights where he went 12. I
right.
think he really needed that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Be-
it showed it showed that where the circle jab is going. Hopefully, fix that problem. That circle jab, you know, what I'm saying where they,
Mhm.
say roll out at an angle, then they start jabbing you, then set you up for the damn power shot. Karen was doing that shit, but I mean, Boots was still winning the rounds though, even
Yeah.
though he was taking damage, and Karen didn't have that kind of power. What's going on, Steve? What's happening,
What's
bro?
up? What's up? What's going on, yo?
What's
What's
going
up?
on?
Well, who
Chilling,
you got?
chilling.
Who you got?
Hey, man, I'm going. I gotta go with Boots. I gotta go with Boots. I want Boots. I want Boots to have his coming out moment. Like Mayweather did with Gotti, beat the shit out of, put them paws on him in Brooklyn, and take over
Right.
the line for a little bit. It's time for him to come on out
But
Hmm.
and make his presence
goddamn,
known to be the next man in boxing. It's
Puerto
wide
Rico,
open.
Puerto Rico can't get no love. Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico can't get no love, man. I mean,
Nay, man,
why you
not
so
not
biased,
over
man?
Philly, not over Philly. I mean,
What up? What up, Doctor? What's happening, bro? He says, what up, Puss? He said, did you hear something about Xander team requesting Boots to shave his beard? Oh, well,
mm,
that I've heard that in boxing before, where people, they used to make people shave and shit like that there because
Hmm.
I guess he's trying to knock out Boots and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
mm.
you know what I mean?
Definitely
Nobody,
his
nobody
words,
else,
man.
right? He trying to get every damn advantage he can. You know. But I mean, it has been brought up before about people with bushy ass beards because that's some
Yeah, trim
cushion.
it down.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it protects your chin. You know what I'm saying? So you
Plus,
know,
you get a cut, they can rub that shit. I'll be rubbing that
Yeah.
fucker all in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But I mean, it's up to him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's his position, and what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure he would what I'm saying, comply with whatever's just to keep the fight. Because this is an important fight for Boots, and he can't.
Yeah,
Nothing can go wrong. So this is coming out at 154.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, it ain't nothing but Pyro. You got what? Pyro. You got Fundora, who's really
Mhm.
gonna be the menace. That's gonna be the motherfucker right there. Um,
Yeah.
and then he'll be done with that shit. You know what I'm saying? If he can get by Fundora, you know what I'm saying? But tonight he's got to get by Xander Zayas, bro. Xander Zayas. Something tells me he's not gonna go. He's not gonna go like that, bro. It might
He's
be a
not gonna go
unanimous.
away.
Yeah,
Mhm.
don't you get the feeling it's gonna be a unanimous, a split decision maybe, or a unanimous decision for Jaron Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? But something tells me, man, Xander's just gonna be a handful, man. I think Boots
Mhm.
gonna have to really figure this motherfucker out and get this motherfucker, get this bitch out of here, get him up out of there. You know what I'm
Yeah, because
saying? Because
if it's a split, you got to fight him again, right? You got to run it back. Don't need
Yeah, I
the
think it's
decisive, you know.
no, it
Mhm.
goes to the champion, right? It goes to the champion. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, draw, split, go to the champion. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
it depends on who got the majority of the rounds, of course.
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be good. They gonna have to light it up.
It'll be like a
Plus,
majority decision. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you know, when they in New York, man, you know, you got to bring it, man. You know what I'm saying? They might not be in the garden, but they still in New York. So this the best place out of any to make a name for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's
Like
a
to
lot
really
of Puerto
set that thing
Ricans.
up.
It's a lot of Puerto Ricans, boy, in New York, boy.
Yes, it is.
A lot of Rosie Lopez's out there, motherfucker. Yeah, come over here. You know how they be having them little weird little accents and shit. Come over here. I mean, shit. So I don't know if he could, but he from Philly, so Philly is just a first cousin of New York. So you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? They all know each other up there, so he should be able to get some love. And I'm pretty sure everybody aware who Boots is. It's just that this
Yeah,
motherfucker had 37 fights, and we didn't get to know him until like his last 10 or so, last 10 or 12 fights. Um,
yeah.
I mean, I never even seen, his ascension, what I'm saying, the greatness. I mean, I ain't know, I had to go back and watch those fights.
You mean for
Um,
boots?
yeah, for Boots, man.
Yeah.
Because he fought the dude Spence fought. What's that guy name? Can't remember. He was he
Who?
Oh,
kind of yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The journeyman that he kind of head butted Jaron Boots Ennis and stuff to get out the fight.
Oh, it was
Like
Chris Van. Was it Chris
yeah,
Van Heeren?
Chris Van Heerden.
that.
Spence stopped this. Well, he TKO'd him on the ropes,
Yeah, I
but
remember that.
yeah, but he wanted to fight Spence again. I was like, boy, is you crazy? Your
Ain't nobody.
whole body was red, boy. Your ribs was red, but they were tenderized, boy. I was like, can I get one of them ribs, boy? I'm like, God damn.
Hey, poor. You know what? That was my first Errol Spence fight that
Oh,
I
really?
watched. That
Chris
put
Lee.
that actually put me on him. I was like, who's? I'm like, dang. I was like, oh my god. I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna
Yeah,
start back watching boxing now.
That was a tough ass dude, Chris Van Heerden.
Yeah.
He was getting his ass
yeah.
choked up.
He had to beat. Spence had to beat the shit.
I'm talking about that, and he could tell he was cagey. He was cagey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
But
those
man,
they'll be the kind of fight you need, though. You know, kind of let Spence see where he stand. You know, fight somebody that just tough as
Mhm.
hell, man. Tough as a
right,
$2
right,
steak.
right. Yeah, that's how to pace yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn all that. You know what I'm saying? How, can't hit hard every goddamn punch. But Spence
Every
was punching
punch.
hard.
Yeah.
He was punching hard every punch back then. You know what I'm saying? Not
Oh yeah.
conserving no energy. He was trying to get rid of everybody, you know,
Yeah.
which is, why he probably ended up the way he did, just broken down later on in life. You can't fight hard 247 all the time and bulldoze everybody. So that's
No.
something that Jaron Boots is gonna have to, incorporate into, he got a finesse side and he got a bulldoze side. But when he stopped bulldozing, he be catching them shots. And if Zayas can crack him at the right time with a nice time punch, it could daze him, man.
Yeah.
It just depends because he get caught up in that. He's an offensive first type fighter. you know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why he gets hit so much. A lot of people saying that Boots get hit too much. Well, he's an offensive. He's kind of like Pacquiao. He's like you know, them dudes that think offensively. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
so he
what
go.
Boots was telling. Like he was like, you get hit too clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
A lot of people say that, but shit, who go if you making the fight? If you going in, Boots want to make the fight. He be trying to get your ass up out of there so he can go home. That Villa fight showed me that he could you know, he had defense. You know, he was getting hit in that one too, but not as much. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on the shit on that Villa fight, and that was a hell of a fight. He really broke that dude down, man. That dude had a lot of willpower. You know what I'm saying? Just like Zayas. So I'm glad Boots had some tough fights. You know what I'm saying? So he can face this challenge. Because
yeah,
man, when I tell you, Xander looked like he's ready, bro. He looked like he's ready. You know,
yeah,
uh, and he looked like he want to give Jaron Boots Ennis that first loss, and Boots looked like he want to make a statement. Man, that's the recipe for a classic.
yes, it is. You ain't
That is.
lying, because he look like he understand what beating Boots will do for his life. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? You know what I'm saying? That all you got to do is beat this one.
Right,
He
right.
good.
But
He
I mean,
good.
but you know, if this is last fight up there at 60, you know what I'm saying? You got Carlos Adamas up there. You got uh uh, what's his
Like,
name?
yo,
Yeah, up there. You got a couple of names up there now, so it ain't gonna be easy, you know, because I don't think he's gonna be able to stay at 154 with all that weight on, you know. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. And then I don't think Pyro gonna be around long when Pyro is at. Yeah, you know what? Pyro just beat Crocker. What I'm thinking about 147. Because Pyro just won a belt off of that
yeah.
that Lewis Crocker guy. I don't know why I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking up at
47.
154. It's Joey. What's that guy?
Um,
The English guy,
Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly. You know what I'm saying? He won. And then he got beat. He got knocked out by David Avanesian and shit down at 147. So you know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Night night.
So for him to beat Backroom, that was a shocker to me. I was like, that nigga, that dude beat Backroom. I thought Backroom was gonna be tough, man. You know what I'm saying? He went in there, he got the nod. So you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Right
know what the
now,
super fight is, right?
who?
I said, y'all know what the super fight is, right? At 154. It's gonna
Yeah,
be Boots and
Virgil
Pandora.
Ortiz. Virgil
Oh
Ortiz.
hell yeah.
Well, Virgil,
Boots and
I don't know
Pandora.
why, but it's gonna be Fundora, Boots. That's a super fight, and then if he can get Virgil ain't
Yeah.
got no belt though. You know,
Yeah, Virgil got that name.
yeah, he just got a name. You know what I'm saying? Well, a little bit of a name because he ain't fighting nobody.
Nah, he got a name for them damn failed drugs here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he need to be
Something.
telling Oscar. He need to be telling Oscar to somehow get him a fight with Josh Kelly so he can be in the
But
mix.
is he still with Oscar? I thought he tried to get sued and get up out of that shit.
Oh yeah,
Man,
you
Oscar
know, I think it's
he got
going.
him ironclad, man. He ain't going. That nigga done sold his whole life to goddamn Oscar, man. Ain't nothing he could do about that. He
Oscar
said,
says clap back Thursday.
he said, Kent said there's a rematch clause if
Yeah,
Xander loses.
Oh.
yeah, I forgot about
Mhm. But that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. They get
Hmm.
his ass whooped twice.
it. Man, but if he
Cause
get
you
knocked out eventually, it ain't gonna be no rematch. Cause
yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nobody gonna pay for that.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, if he that it depends on if he go ahead and press that thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. He ain't got nothing. I mean, what else he got after, somebody take your belts from you? What you gonna do? Try to go up to 160 and fight Carlos Adamas or some shit? No, no.
Yeah.
You have to run that shit back, bro. Give me my belts. And then he got a lot of pride. He's a young man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna let that fly. You know what I'm saying? Not without trying again.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll have to make that weight again. You know, so I think that'd be tough on him and shit. Trying to make 154
Yeah, I don't think
again.
he can do it.
He probably can, but he ain't gonna be,
He ain't gonna be worth a damn.
right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. It's like These dudes, man, they're not fighting in the right weight class. They cutting too much weight, man.
Yeah,
30, 40 pounds, man. Spence did that shit for 10 years. It's
wrecked
like,
their body.
right. It's like, bro, they be no good after they done been through all them battles and stuff like that. And Xander,
Mm.
I mean, he looked good against the level of competition that he had, but now he's stepping it up. And what I'm saying, when you stepping it up against a guy that just coming from 147, obviously Boots is going to be the faster fighter.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah.
that's what happened with Canelo when he went up to those heavier weight division. Them guys were super slow.
Man,
You know
he
what
was
I'm saying?
he was looking like
Yeah,
fucking Sugar Ray Robinson up there. What they had.
right. He coming up from the lower weight class, and he got a little pop on him too. You know what I'm saying? And he's slick, know how to move his head. You know what I'm saying? I think Mayweather taught him that shit, man. Mayweather
Yeah,
taught him how to move that head. He don't want to give Mayweather deserve a check from Canelo. You saying he taught him how to fight.
yeah, because how he kept hitting his ass on that line. Bing, bing.
Mhm.
Man, had that fucker like his head didn't work. Bing,
Man, Canelo be looking pissed off. He can't even hide his face. That nigga be looking
yeah.
pissed off when he get popped. You know
Yo,
what I'm
man,
saying?
my favorite thing in boxing when he swung and missed Mayweather and hit the ropes and Mayweather stopped and looked at the rope. That was the whole crowd said, "Oh man, this is a fucking
That is fucking with his confidence. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a
Like
life lesson going on."
but Mayweather asked him, was he ready? He was taking the fight too early. You know?
Mm.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
but man, but did we think back then that was the real golden era of boxing when you got Golden Boy and Mayweather or whatever PBC, man, we would get some good fight then.
But you
Good
know
Oh
what?
yeah.
undercards and everything, man.
You know it's gonna be
Yeah.
that way because Zupa. Zupa gonna bring everybody together to fight against Zupa.
Now Now this is the thing. This is the thing I'm wondering. Saying, do Xander have any other tools? Will he be able to do anything new, or will Boots show us any something new? You know what I'm saying? Because Boots always talking about he got different tools that we never seen in the
Mhm.
ring, right? Errol Spence
Hmm.
Jr. used to say that. You know what I'm saying? He had different tools and stuff. I was like, well, these boys need to go ahead and pull them tools out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell they be waiting on, but you know what I'm saying? I want to see what else you got. I've seen the up jab, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've seen, the switching, the switch hitting, you know what I'm saying? I've seen the movement, you know what I'm saying? I wonder what else he got. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Or will Xander pull out anything new? What could Xander pull out new? You know?
Cause hell, now's the time to do
Yeah.
Yeah,
it. Shit,
this is
what
the
you
Well,
waiting for?
perfect time.
well, I guess you can always say like if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Um,
Mm.
Yeah.
but basic. I mean, he always had like a basic style. Xander, you know what I'm saying? He got good mid range. You know what I'm saying? Offense and counter ability. But as far on the inside, I never seen him fight on the inside really. And I think that's
Yeah.
what Boots gonna dominate. But he's gonna have to be
Smother his
careful.
ass.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, he gonna have to be careful not to get clenched up with that heavy motherfucker. That nigga gonna be
Hmm.
heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's, all them clinches is gonna drain Boots. You know what I'm saying? But Boots can't allow himself to be held. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to be rough to get up out them clinches. Or let saying make sure that ref get on his job and
Hmm.
break him up. If we got a
Mm.
Puerto Rican ref, you already know what time it is.
Yeah, they gotta stay on his ass.
You already know if it's Puerto Rican.
You say you already know what time it is.
Yeah, I already know what time it is. Go
If
ahead
you
and break
see
out.
nothing, I see nothing.
Yeah.
That nigga got to make. Hey, that nigga eating mangoes on his break. It's over,
But
nigga.
his bed already in, God.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
He done
I
already
mean,
made that bed.
but you know what I'm saying. I'm really impressed. About how confident he is. I think it's gonna be competitive, bro. I think he's gonna be able to absorb a lot of those punches that Boots gonna get off on him, and I hope Boots keep his composure and don't stop letting off and trying to prove, what I'm saying, he's tougher than Xander, because
Yeah.
Xander don't really fight like that. He tries to stay under control. And I know he's gonna try to frustrate Boots, and I know Boots gets frustrated because you saw the Karen fight, you saw how
Mhm.
frustrated he was, so he started roughing him up, and I don't think he'll be rough up Xander. I think he's a little bit too. too big, a little bit just a bigger
Yeah.
guy. Just his body
Mhm.
is huge. He's taller. Um, then you start making mistakes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause I seen Boots, you know what I'm saying, get hit flush, you know what I'm saying, trying to, like kind of like Crawford when he was in that Maginoff fight. Crawford didn't give a damn about Maginoff, you know what I'm saying, hitting him like that. He just wanted to knock Maginoff out. So he was
Yeah.
getting hit with some shit. And I was like, man, that was a entertaining fight. But I know Crawford can fight more tactfully, than that. I know he can
Yeah.
make you miss, and I don't want Boots to try to, get caught up, you know what I'm saying, and get and mess up the whole situation where his ascension to the and become
Mhm.
champion, you know what I'm saying, and become a unified champion himself at 154. So, he'll mess up the whole thing if he goes in there trying to showboat, or if he just loses cool and just go for broke, you know. So, I'm a little nervous for him, man. I mean, everybody think it's going to be like a 2-round knockout or some shit like that. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Tough one. This gonna be a tough one.
Hmm. Hmm. I know y'all been watching the All Access and all that.
Man, I really haven't been able to catch it, man.
Well,
Yeah,
I
me.
was gonna put it on here, but then when I was gonna go through it, but they got music on everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and yeah, doing all
You know,
that.
Yeah, they
hey.
got the music on the interviews, so you can't even watch the interviews what they're saying. But man, the camp looked like he had a good camp. Looked like Xander's having a good camp. They dancing and having a good time in the camp. So you could tell these boys are gym rats. You know what I'm saying? Because they just comfortable up in the gym.
They just in the
Um,
gym. Yeah.
yeah, man. I'm talking about, man. You never hear too much from Bozy, man. Bozy just I just want to see him. I mean, I seen him with them little phone things when he be hitting Boots with, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I just like to get into the nuts and bolts of it. I see him with the mittens sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I just be like, I know Sean Porter had an interview with Jaron Boots Ennis, and man, Sean is just in awe of the guy, you know. Cause they
Yeah.
showed a little bit of the sparring with him and Sean, and man, he was jabbing from way outside. But but Sean is older now, so he ain't the old Sean with the quick feet. So
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Sean
That old
Porter
Sean.
said before he had jumped in and sparred, he had
Mm,
dropped the other guy. He had
yeah,
the sparring partner that was in, before him had got stopped. So he was like, "Hey, man, I ain't about to go in here and get stopped."
Yeah, man.
yeah, but that's gonna be one thing to look out for. Since who's gonna try to switch it up, or who gonna try to stay the same? You know what I'm saying? Can Boots, you know what I'm saying, pull out something that we never seen and do something? But he say he can, so let's see if Xander push him to it. Because I got a feeling that Xander's gonna try to press his ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is, even though he don't fight like that, but something tells me he think he the bigger man, he's a stronger man. He think he's stronger than Boots. He think he can psych Boots out. And just the way he acting, he just acting too cocky. But he a
He,
young ass man.
yeah, yeah. He may be coming in at a bully. He got to switch it up. He got to give him something he ain't ready for, and
Hmm.
you got to test him. You know what I'm saying? He got to test him. It's kind of like right now they be waiting for the greatness to come to them, and you got to take that shit, man. It don't just come to
But
you.
I
You
mean,
got to go and
we
take it.
don't know how strong physically strong Xander is. We don't know really physically how
Mm-hmm.
strong Boots is because so they use a lot of finesse, saying, and even though Boots do hit you, he don't have like no one punch knockout power. He got some really serious blunt force power when he hits you. It's a
Mm-hmm.
thudding type power, so I'm interested to see when they lock up, who,
Who gonna win?
yeah, who kind of win that little tuss battle,
Yeah.
once they get to tuggling and tussling in that seat,
Yeah.
that's gonna tell a lot, bro.
Yeah, man. That's just
That's
as
gonna,
important as the jab.
Yep.
yeah, for sure. I mean, cause that's mentally. Think about it. Mentally, when you lock up, you done locked up with some people. You can tell how strong. You're like, oh shit,
This motherfucker
this
strong.
is strong as hell. So those clinches gonna be important. I think, what I'm saying, and I think Boots is ready though, man. I mean, I watch that kid train, man. He trained like them old niggas back in the, that
Yeah.
went 50 rounds back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They just hit the bell, nigga, and they just y'all fight till somebody drop. You know what I'm saying? That shit was doghouse rules back in the day, right? And that's like I don't even know how them dudes survive. I know a lot of people had to die back in boxing,
Man.
especially with the heat that they fought in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. Uh,
You ever, when they used to bounce back, you know how they had the little funny hand, you know how they used to hold a hand, the Queen Bear style, whatever they said were made so they couldn't really get them them knockout punches. You can knock
mhm.
somebody out, but it's gonna be ping, ping, ping. It's gonna be no whoa.
Yeah.
Well, another thing what's gonna make this fight interesting is they both use angles. Very,
Mm.
very well. You know what I'm saying? Even though Xander, you know what I'm saying, he's very smooth with his angles when he go to the body and stuff, and when he's turning on his punches and stuff, man, he got some really nice angles on his shots. You know what I'm saying? Boots too. Boots do it too. You know what I'm saying? And he switch with it. So that's going to be something to look
Mm-hmm.
out for. That these boys, they know how to position themselves in the ring. Both great professional fighters. Man, I just feel like Boots got the talent edge because he got that athletic ability, man. Just like Crawford, man, he make punches. He hit you with punches that's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll turn over a fucking left hook and shit, change direction on that motherfucker. You be like, God damn. It's like, man, how you do that with your momentum going that way? The way he beat up Canelo was beautiful. What's going on, Mr. Moet? What's happening? What's going on, brother? Yes, sir. We are live, man. We're gonna be ready tonight, man. We're gonna be ready tonight. You know what I'm saying? Damn, all right. Did anybody look at the undercard? I've been so damn excited about the fight. I forgot about the damn undercard.
Nah, I didn't see it. Let me see.
Yeah, let me see. Let
It
me see
look,
if I can.
yeah.
Let me see who's gonna be on the undercard. Got to be a couple of good fights.
Yeah, they need to have.
Let's see on the undercard. 'Cause, I said I didn't even watch. I was driving when the weigh in. I was talking to you yesterday. Uh, undercard. Let's see who's on the undercard. Vargas. Fernando Vargas' son is on there, and then Ben Whitaker is fighting. You know, what I'm saying that dude kind of goofy, but he's an athletic. He's an athletic guy too, man. He be knocking out folks and stuff, man. He's a little goofy in the ring though. Kind of reminds me of Prince Nassim, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I saw him in the Olympics, you know what I'm saying, the London Olympics and stuff. He was doing good. He was doing well in the Olympics. I don't think did he get a gold medal? I can't remember if he got a gold medal or not. Then you got Jahi Tucker. Okay, I haven't seen him in a long time. You know, damn. You know, haven't seen him in a long time. You know, so he
Hey,
got some. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you see your comments, y'all like undercard look trash, man.
Hey, I'm
One
trying.
guy
I'm
said it's
trying.
solid, one guy said it look like trash. Oh no, we'll see.
Well, I mean, you kind of got to know the fighters, though. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Hey, you got the I mean, because he had a setbacks, man. What's his name? 'Cause he was up and coming too.
But
Jahi Tucker. Yeah, he was up and coming and shit. He kind of like your boy from Dallas. Damn, man, my memory bad, bro. I'm getting old and shit. What's the dude that had mental problems and shit? Um,
shit, Charlo.
no, 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 from Dallas. No, 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 from Austin. I'm sorry, Kid Austin, not the
Oh yeah,
not,
yeah,
not the big head one, but the middleweight. So he was on that trajectory with him. They both had setbacks and stuff. I had lost
yeah,
track of them. I don't know
yeah. I
who.
ain't heard nothing from him, man.
Right. I think he lost. He just lost. He just fought for a championship what a year ago, and he lost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, but his skills, man, God damn, his defense is non-existent. It's like he gonna have to work on that defense, bro. You
Man,
know? Yeah, he gonna have to work on that shit, man. I'm like, bro, why did you even fight? But yeah, what's his name? Emilio Vargas. That's Fernando Vargas' son. So
yeah.
So shit.
Know how that usually go.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a good fighter, there. So he lost. Last time I saw him, he lost. He was fighting somebody pretty damn good too.
Yeah, I think I saw that one too.
Yeah, he lost his last one, I believe, unless he had one that wasn't televised or something, you know.
Yeah, one of them dark matches.
But yeah, it ain't a card that you want to sit through really, you know. Um,
When they pop
you
up when
really,
the main
yeah. I
event
mean,
coming on.
who is Richard Riviera? I mean, light
Man.
heavyweight. Oh, that's Ben Whitaker opponent. Okay, so he should win that. So like you said, it's trash. You know, this shit is trash, man. Come on, they couldn't
Yeah.
find nobody to fight. This is a significant card. What I'm saying for
To not have
right. Right. What I'm saying? It's like a lot of these guys, they just want to chill on their damn money, man. It's like they don't even want to get. I mean, think about Camp Shot was just doing a documentary, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking about all them old fighters and stuff, and they were fighting like, three times, not three times a week, but they were fighting like in a month, you know what I'm saying? They might fight three times, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
It's like, God,
They get it
man.
in.
Yeah, they were getting it in. What's going on, Mr. Moet in the building? What's up, my brother? What's happening? Long time no see.
Long time, Paul. Man. Look, you've been active lately, man. It's always good to get your boxing perspective. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Sometime when you start the show out, man, I like when you get get what your perspective is first before you let folks on the line, bro. I don't, man. You got a hell of a great boxing perspective, man. And that shit be blowing me sometime when folks interrupting you, man. I like for you to get all your thoughts out because you get great perspective. um, think about that, man, because there ain't nobody dropping that knowledge like you on the boxing. I mean, we got some good guys out here on the streamers in the YouTube land in the boxing game, but that pull counter perspective, Slim, I'm trying to tell you, you be on point with it.
Well, I be trying, I be thinking I'm gonna be on here for a long time, so it's gonna come out in either way.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, you
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? Because we done 10-hour streams, we done 16-hour streams. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. I just get tired of hearing my own voice.
Yeah.
That'd be what it is. You
Okay.
know. That's
Okay.
Plus you be need people to bring it out bring that perspective and let them fly. Cause Paul crazy as hell, man. So his boxing knowledge is he see shit.
well, what it is, I'm old and shit. I got old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I can't believe I'm this age, bro.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
that time go by, man, with your kids and stuff. Enjoy your time with your children, man. Cause this time go by so fast, bro. I mean,
dude.
man, your
Yes,
kids
sir.
grow up quick, quick. 1 minute they, in diapers, and the next minute, man, they driving cars and stuff. But you like, what
Mm.
the hell going on, man? What's going on, D? Man, yes, sir. So yeah,
Hey,
man. So, what you say?
I was going to say, just to give a quick perspective on the fight tonight, the main event, Zayas and Boots Ennis. Um, I feel like, and you mentioned one great characteristic to Boots repertoire, which is athleticism. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about Zayas, but I know he's put the hours in the gym. To my understanding, he's been boxing since he was a youth, and that's always one of the major factors is guys who start late in the game at a disadvantage because the guys who started when they was kids, they just got, man, just hundreds and thousands of hours of training ahead of them. But all of that to say, I think back to the first Floyd Mayweather and Marcus Maidana fight,
Hmm.
and I remember the fight that Maidana brought to Floyd that made it competitive enough to at least keep Maidana in the game because at the end of the day, Maidana never had the athleticism or the boxing IQ to compete with Floyd 12 rounds straight at that boxing game. He would have never won that. So I don't know if Xander has it in his game plan But I feel like the only way he really has a legit shot is to come out like Marcus Maidana did against Floyd. And from round one, he man, he's breaking out everything in his game. He roughing Boots up, he cutting the ring off, he pushing him against the rope, he leaning on. I mean, but I feel like if he tries to box Boots, he lost before he even tried to win.
Well, that's his style, though. It's not his style to come in and fight like Madonna. Madonna's unique, you know what I'm saying, in the way he fight. You know, those Argentinians, they tend to have that kind of rough finesse style. You know what I'm saying? And for for Xander, he's such a fundamental boxer. But the thing is he's very sharp. You know, I went back and watched his fights, man. I said, man, this boy is sharp, man. He's accurate, and he don't get outside himself. You know, so he don't
Okay.
try to do things that he can't do. That's the danger because he does things very well.
Okay.
Um, that's why Boots can't come out there being impatient, trying to put on a show. You know what I'm saying? Missing punches and getting hit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And getting frustrated like he did in that Karen fight. I think Xander would have ate that up. You know,
Mm.
um,
Wow.
I think Xander's a lot better. I think people sleeping on how good Xander actually is.
Okay.
Now, I think the element, the X component of it is that Boot is just so goddamn quick.
Hmm.
He got his jab. He got a jab too. Xander got a jab too, and I think they both it reaches like the same. I think it's like 74 inch. I think you know
Okay.
what I'm saying. If I looked it up correctly. So, it's going to be a battle of them jabs, man. You know, because if Boots can get by his jab, it's going to be night night for
Okay.
Xander. If he get by that jab, because that's all he really got is that 1-2, that quick 1-2, and it sets you
Mm.
up for the power shot. But once Boots get the timing on that, you know what I'm saying? And all he has to do is use his jab, break his ass down. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say a control booth is gonna be what's needed. And then once he break him down, he could do all that other stuff that he does. But it's gonna be dangerous the first 6, 7 rounds. It's gonna be super dangerous. Because you don't know
Okay.
what the punching angles are. Um, you know what I'm saying? Boots tend to like to get in there and stop fast. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to be careful. You don't know what this guy hitting like. Um,
Hmm.
you you don't know if he been into anything like Ryan Garcia. You don't know if he been into anything extra. You know, so he's gonna have to see what he hitting like in there. Um, and Boots just gonna have to be disciplined and box
Okay.
the way he knows he can box. And that means he got an exceptional jab. His jab isn't ordinary. You know what I'm saying? He whatever he sees, he hits, and he can
Hmm.
outpoint him. He can outpoint Zayas. You know what I'm saying? Xander.
Hmm.
He can outpoint him, and that's what I would do. I would just hopefully see Boots just break him down slow. I don't want to see him fight him like he did Villa. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he's a big old ass dude. I think he's gonna try to lean on him,
Okay.
clinch him, and try to lean on him and sap his energy and stuff like that. And Xander, he's not a second half fighter. You know, his legs get heavy. Um, I think
Okay.
Boots is going to take over, and if he'll probably knock him out in the second half. If he's still around the second
Yeah.
half, Boots will get him in the second half. Because Boots'
Okay.
stamina is crazy.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
that kid, I mean, the way he kind of reminds me of Kobe Bryant and MJ, the way they used to work out. He's just crazy, man, about that gym. And think about this. They need a win, man, because Fulton lost. You had Andy Cruz lost. You know what I'm saying? They need a win in that gym. I'm like, what the hell is
Yeah.
going on with the Bosie gym, bro? You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Fulton, he wasn't in shape when he fought old Shockey Foster. Man, I was like, what the hell is that? You know?
Mm.
Why are you out of shape, bro? You know what I'm saying? Coming from Bosie gym,
Now
you know,
focus.
unfocused. And then he had
Unfocused.
had the nerve to have Tim's on. I mean, I know they were like boxing shoes, but
Hey,
I was what the hell are you doing?
that's the first thing I noticed when I said, "Yo, this dude got on 10."
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, come on now.
God dang.
It's like, why you got Tim's on, bro? I'm like, and then you getting your ass toe up, and come to find out he all
Intense.
dehydrated. He trying to make weight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have nothing left for the fight.
Mm,
So that's unlike what I thought would be coming out of Bozy them Gym. So a lot of these coaches, like looking at Derek James, you be thinking they
Mm,
on point. You know what I'm saying? You think they're on point, but they don't be close to that. See, what happened was with Ryan Garcia coming there, AJ coming there, and I think they just messed their camp up.
mm-hmm.
And then they wasn't
Mm-hmm.
getting along because of the money and stuff. And Derek was concentrating on that money,
count went
you know.
Hollywood real fast, and it went downhill as soon as that shit happened.
Yeah,
Hit
Everything.
hit
yeah.
the flow. Yep.
And then
Yeah,
you
yeah, it messed up the gym. Man, but can you imagine that? You know how it is when one person, one rando walk. Who is this? And you can't
mhm,
do what you usually do because you don't know this dude.
Mm-hmm.
right.
That mess up the
Then
flow. You can't have your little
it,
side
it,
nothing.
take, it takes a while to bond with your coach and implement get used to his coaching style. Um, Ronnie Shields, saying it's kind of like a cousin, because they right there in Houston. And, I'm pretty sure, Spence know of Ronnie Shields from being around Jamel because all the
Shiloh.
time,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
from all the time that they sparred. Um, so, that was a good little move. I'm surprised he didn't do it earlier because damn, he was up there with Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson was trying to show him his old shit. I was like, no, don't go to Tyson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tyson, you know, I mean, I was like, what the hell? And you be smoking weed and shit, get Spence on
Yeah,
that
but
weed and shit. Like, get the hell out of here. You know he's
yeah,
Jamaican and shit. You know what
Mike
I'm
be
saying?
tripping, man.
I already
Yeah, you
know
So Paul.
got.
for
Hey
sure.
Paul. So going back to your point, which I think you made a great point, which you saying Zayas is a front runner, meaning the first 6 rounds, that's his best shot. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, you say second half of the fight, his legs get heavy. And I was going to ask you, because again, I haven't watched this footage. I got to at least watch one or two of his fights before
Hmm.
main event start tonight. Um, I feel like that's what made Karen successful, at least to compete successfully competitive in his first fight against Boots, was because he used the ring, he used his
Yeah.
feet, but that took a lot of gas, and he had a gas tank that allowed him to do that. If
Yep.
Zayas doesn't have that ability, then I feel like he's going to either be in front of Boots or. And so here's my question to you: do you see this fight being in the pocket and the ref is going to be, playing a lot to break them up? Or do you see it being at jab length and it's going to be kind of on the outside? Um,
Well, if I know
mhm.
Boots, he gonna take it to the inside because he gonna go after that body, and he gonna try
Okay.
to get him up out of there. I think Xander is gonna keep jumping around, like you said. Probably front run. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Probably gonna surprise us. You know what I'm saying? Probably gonna hit Boots for some good shit. Um, early. But then in that second half, you'll start seeing, if Boots put in the body work early, stab jabs to the gut, mix up his attack, he got that
Yeah.
overhand, he got this overhand right, overhand left. I mean, he's very fast. So if
Hmm.
he can work that body, and when the second half comes, he'll get him up out of there. And
Okay.
it's not gonna
Okay.
be that easy. It ain't gonna be easy. Boots gonna have to put in the work, bro. Now, if he
Hmm.
going up fucking around, and I mean he can outpoint him, but he's gonna have to pick his poison because he's gonna have to go to that body. Now, the thing is, if Xander got good timing, if he got good timing and say he catch Boots going in, coming in and stuff, hopefully Boots can withstand, because that heavy when you come down from 190, bro, 200, bro, that's a heavy punch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For a 154 pounder, because I didn't weigh. Think about it. When you was in high school, I ain't weigh 154. I mean, I was probably 170 in high school, 180 in high school. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I'm 6'2", so you know what I'm saying. So, but and that's a tough dude to have to push around in the clinch. You know what I'm saying? I think
Hmm.
part of his strategy is going to be that just to wear Boots out. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to hold on to him anytime he try to get active. If he get get past that mid range, he's going to try to clinch him. He's going to try to jab, clinch. You know what I'm saying? Hold him, put the weight on him, and wear some of that out of Boots and
Work
stuff.
him, yeah,
Okay.
make him get out that
Because
clinch,
Boots
make him
just
work.
coming up. He's just coming up from 147. So, but Boots is what you call a big welterweight. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he probably should have been started at 154. So,
54.
so just like Leonard was a big welterweight. You know what I'm saying? So, he might be able to handle it, but like I said, this is his first test. You know what I'm saying? Up there like that.
I thought this was Boots' second fight at 54.
It is, but I'm saying as far as
Okay.
a better opponent, that guy was trash. That African guy,
I got you.
yeah, he was, man, that dude didn't
He
even
was just a
belong in the ring.
light touch. Yeah.
Right, right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
for matchroom, what I'm saying, they ain't gonna just throw away, they prize possession, you know what I'm saying? Um, just throw them to the wolves, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
we've seen some disasters when people move up and wait too quickly. We've seen Adrian Bronner, you know what I'm saying, just crash and burn. I mean,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
killing everything at 135, but you move up to 147 and the dude ain't have no padding in his gloves. That was just a recipe for disaster.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of AB, y'all been watching the stream stuff, man, with AB, man, and bro, what? I'm like, man, what is going on?
Man, nah.
I mean, he looked like the old dude in the club, man. You
Yeah,
know what
the
I'm saying?
old dude in the club.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was four division champion. Like the girls like, I don't
Like,
care about that
man.
shit. Let your pot belly. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
I'm
watch
like,
it. I
but they
don't
say,
watch it.
mhm,
I catch some of the clips, the little small clips you might see on IG or Facebook that people will repost or whatever, little small snippets or whatever his show is or
Robert
whatever his
Emily
stream
Jones in the
is.
building. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. I'm
But
sorry.
nah, you good. What's up, Rama Emily Jones? Um, but man, I I'm just always disappointed. I mean, I don't know AB personally, so I mean, man, long as the brother doing what he got to do and he happy with his life, I ain't got nothing against that. From the boxing
Right.
perspective as a fan, right? I'm disappointed. Because I'm just like y- y- that window. That window for most guys, and that's why I'm interested to see Earl and Jamal fight upcoming in July because they've been out for a minute, and again that window was small, and
Yeah.
your competition is above where if it's your competition exceeds your window of that prime or that second prime, then it's downhill fast, man. But AB, man, his attitude, I just put it like that. I feel like it's his
Mm,
attitude, man. If the guy had the right or better attitude about his craft, I think, man, he would have been in some more big fights. Um, but let me leave it on this note too with AB. I feel like what really threw his career off, it wasn't losing to Maidana. It was not being able to rematch Maidana because they was working on setting up that rematch. And then Floyd swooped in and selected Maidana as his next opponent and took that rematch away, opportunity away from Broner. Because I know Broner wanted
Mhm.
that get back. And I feel like that would have been that was his moment, his career moment. If he could have gotten that get back, I think he would
mm.
have come in focused and really put on a great performance. Because we saw in the second half of that fight against Maidana, Broner, once he stopped all that clowns behavior, he, he was right there.
Yeah, he made a good fight. He didn't quit. He didn't quit at all.
Well, the
Ain't
thing
quit.
is, he was on his way to stopping Madonna. You know what I'm saying?
It,
He was on he was
abs-
on his way. He was at the end of that fight. He was on his way to stopping Madonna, bro. And Madonna even said it. He said that dude power is crazy. And see,
that
Man.
was the hardest
uh,
punch he ever took. Yep.
yeah, and see, Adrian Broner. See, he need to focus, man, because he got all the skills and everything he need. He just
Mm-hmm.
unfocused dude. You know what I'm saying? He's like he
Mm-hmm.
immature. You know, I be seeing him like doing all the little TikTok stuff, and I'm like, man, I can't look at this, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's
Man,
just
Nah.
he
we've
just
all
loves.
been in the classroom with an Adrian Broner.
Yeah, it's the drink.
You got that right.
It's the drinking. It's the drinking, man. He can't do it, bro.
Yeah,
He can't
yeah,
function without drinking. Uh, I heard he was training during that whole black crime situation. He was bringing
Hmm.
40s and shit to train, and he was drinking 40s and
Wow.
shit while he working out. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
man.
Just
That
like,
one
Yeah.
thing, I'm happy Tank got the hell away from him. No
Oh
matter what we
yeah.
say about Tank, I'm happy Tank got.
Hmm.
I was like, yo, it's like somebody dragging their little brother into. I was like, yo, I'm happy he got away from him. No matter what, how the outcome, at least he got the hell away from
well,
I
Tank,
agree
AB. You know,
100%.
because
Yeah.
Tank supposedly got him a fight. He called Al Heyman and got him a fight. So I
I
mean,
hope so. He
I
needed.
don't know what he did with that, but he definitely gave him an opportunity to have a fight. So
Hmm.
Tank
Hmm.
Yeah,
solid. That's the one dude that Tank liked. And I used to hate to see them niggas together because they were doing all them little dances
All
and
that
stuff.
clown
hey
stuff,
man,
man.
nah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
when they got Earl that time, Earl got on that damn podium and said, "Man, y'all don't want that shit."
No, that nigga was drunk.
He was
What
toe up.
Earl say?
Earl said, "Man, that man crossed the street, man. He on the wrong side."
But see,
Earl was
Spence
drunk.
Spence kind of opened up about, how he was, when you drink, you get that liquid courage, you want to talk. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And he started telling too much truth when you get drunk.
yeah, but
You
he
know.
was, he was off the chain. That was fun, but that made him a star too. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody like, yo, this ain't the Earl fight. People can't. I think
Just
that was
went
what the Charlo fight.
just went in there and just took over the goddamn
Stole the show.
meeting.
He said,
Hmm.
"Man, y'all want me to talk, and then when I start talking, y'all don't want me to talk no more." I said, "Well, that's a country boy, that boy. I love that shit."
But
Yeah.
I mean, every time I watch him, I be watching for like, any cognitive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because he just speaks slow. He speaks extremely
yeah, yeah.
slow.
He talks
But
slow
I
as
think
shit.
that's just his style. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way he do. You know what
He
I'm
just
saying?
country folk.
So yeah, but I was just disappointed with the whole broken rib thing, man. I was like, man, I understand why he did it, but damn, it's like we've been arguing about this shit for 6 years, bro. You
A pull. A pull.
Fact.
I look, I missed the show. I got through half of the show. I missed the live that you did recapping Earl's uh uh interview
with Andre
with
Ward.
Andre Ward. Yeah.
Hmm.
But man, now that you done brought that up, I just want to spin back on that real quick. And
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember, but I mean, we was everybody was locked in once that fight got negotiated. And as we got to that last month, I think you was probably going live, if not every day, every other day, fight week, man. We was all excited. I
Yes,
said,
we will.
I said, man, Earl don't look like he in shape. He just, if
Yeah.
you look at when Earl fought Kell Brook over in the UK, when they did the face off and the weigh in, man, Earl looked like, man, dude was cut up like he's supposed to be. And you could say, man, he in shape.
Right.
When
Right.
You looked at Earl going to that Terrence Bud Crawford fight, I'm like, he don't even look nowhere near what and I know it was years before that, but the point I'm making is if you ain't putting that time in the gym, man, I mean, and
Hmm.
that's the crazy thing about boxing is for one, it's just having the right type of fitness just to
Right.
participate.
Right.
Hmm.
If you ain't got the right type of fitness to participate and compete at the high level, I mean, what we talking about?
You done.
Right.
You done. That's why Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell says, if you not in 15 round shape, you already at a disadvantage. But at the end of the day, man, if we talk about that lead up to the Bud Earl fight, and in 2022, when he fought uh Ugas,
Hmm.
and remember, when they negotiated the fight, the fight was supposed to happen in, I think, October, November of 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But the negotiation fell off because of Bud. But at the end of the day, to me, that was Earl's best shot for that fight because he came off the win with Ugas and he got right back in the
Yeah.
gym training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he would have come into the fight in the right type of shape to at least compete at a level uh with Bud. But once
Yeah,
that fell off, Bud got his fight with uh
Madrimov.
no, not Madrimov, the other guy. Flat footed
Oh, you talking
Oh,
about
Avanesian.
Avanesian?
Avanesian. Bud fought Avanesian in December of 2022. In December 2022, and I will never forget this because I follow Earl on IG, and he had posted in his IG story. He was on the beach with his lady, sitting on a one of them beach chairs in the sand,
Yeah.
and he thrown up his middle finger. Earl had a gut. It looked like a plumber. And I said, man, Earl ain't in no type of shape.
Yeah, he ain't, yeah,
So
I know what you're talking about.
he wasn't in
But
shape. But
but
that's
think of,
after the negotiation fell off. And so that's the same month, December 2022, Bud fight. Earl on the beach, out of shape. Okay. Now remember, in going into 2023, Bud said he started his pre-camp for Earl because they started negotiating again in January 2023. That he started his pre-camp in January of that same year. When they finished negotiation in March, April of 2023, Bud goes into camp. So Bud then had a fight in December, a pre-camp in January, and now a camp in March, April of the same 2023. Earl going to camp March, April of 2023, out of shape. The fight was won by Bud before they even went in the ring.
but this is the thing, Mr. Moet. The sparring partner that hurt EJ Ribs also went and sparred Crawford and told him all this shit. You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? He told him.
okay.
See, so Bud already knew what time it was in Aerosmith Junior camp. So because he
Mm-hmm.
was that dude that broke his ribs, he was sparring with Bud. And see, that's why Ward said you should have had everybody sign an NDA or whatever they would
NDA.
call it, non-disclosure
Mm-hmm.
agreement. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Man, I don't know, I ain't know nothing about that." I said, "Yeah, man,
Man,
don't you know they talk?" He said, "Yeah, they talk."
man,
You
Yeah.
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So that's so
man.
Bud. So because I found it odd that Crawford went in there with a fish net, what I'm saying, on his show, like he gonna catch the big fish. I was like,
Yeah.
man, that's pretty bold. I said,
Mm-hmm.
like that little thing right there. I said he awfully confident that he gonna be. So they already knew that EJ was messed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
already, you know what I'm saying? I said he coming in with a fish
Man, that
net.
man,
Oh, that's mad disrespectful, bro. I was like, come on, man. You know what
he
I'm
knew he
saying?
had a fish on the hook.
Yeah, yeah. And then, he was talking kind of crazy during the interviews too. I'm not the same and all this kind of stuff. And I'm in it for my family and for the financial wealth and all this kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, he's talking money and he's talking about, I said, oh man, this don't sound
Yeah.
good. You know what I'm
But
Yeah,
saying?
you said it right in your live for the Ward interview with Earl, and you said Earl should have rescheduled that fight. And I know a lot of people would have been mad. Uh, but if I'm thinking correctly, I think David Benavidez he had a fight. I think a couple years ago he had to reschedule and postpone because of an injury. I mean, it happens,
yeah,
man. But I
Yeah.
think that would have probably given Earl his best shot because then he could have healed up, but he was at least in decent shape, healed up, got back into a camp. I think he would have put in the hours he needed to come in the right type of shape to compete against Bud. I ain't saying he would have beat Bud still, but at least to be competitive. And that's all.
mhm,
At the end of the day, that's all we wanted to see as fans was the most competitive, best version of Earl at that time against obviously most competitive, best version of Bud at the time. Bud did what he was supposed to do. I just feel like it wasn't good timing for Earl, unfortunately. But he looked like he in shape now, and that's what I'm be about to see with his upcoming fight. He looked like he in shape. He focused, and I think that's going to be the best Earl Spencer this time that we going to get. I think he going to put up a good fight, man.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna see, say he took 3 years to rest his body. I think that was a big problem too. 'Cause he was still drinking and stuff. And what I'm saying, his body just wasn't, it still had those toxins and stuff in him. And he was still trying to burn the candle at both ends. And when you've been drinking like really, for a long period of time, you're trying to fight, and you become 30 something. That's about the time when you get knocked out, around 33, 32. You know what I'm saying? 33, 34. That's when Roy Jones Jr. got knocked out. That's when, your body, you're not on that youth time no more. So, you got to be, you got to live, you got to, like Bernard Hopkins said, you got to take care of your temple. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was able
Yeah.
to fight so long. You know what I'm saying? And Spence was just destroying his body. Somebody pissed me off so bad one time when they talked about EJ. They said, "Man, you can't trust a drunk." And
You
man,
can't.
that shit went through me, man. I was like, "What the hell you talk about?" That man just partied a couple of. I didn't know how bad it was, So
Man.
you
Hey, y'all enabled that man. Y'all know y'all enabled that man.
I mean, he drunk himself. I mean, we didn't know. They know he had a car crash. We thought that was because of the liquor. It was because of some crap he was in with, the gangs or
Y'all
whatever.
still enable him though,
I'm just
because
saying.
he told y'all about he wasn't training, he was sparring, and we still say, hey, it's because the spar part the toe bud. So now that man didn't learn his lesson from the accident, and it came back to bite him.
No, but I mean, what I'm saying is, Bud and but what did Bomac say? He said that's gonna be our easiest fight. He said you gonna be surprised how easy we beat EJ. Remember he said that.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember he said
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
gonna
Uh-huh.
be easy. It's gonna be easier than you think because they already knew. You know what I'm saying?
But
They
but
already
but did they already know because they know he wasn't training no way, or that they already knew because no matter what EJ did, if he came in there in tip top shape, he probably wouldn't have won. Like, is it either
Nah,
or?
nah.
I mean, you
I
can't you
think it
can't
was
say
more
that, man.
so.
You got to say you got. I mean,
No,
because
I'm not saying. I was asking like which one you think it is.
I think it's because they knew that dude that broke his rib went up there and ran his mouth and let them knew what was going on. It probably wasn't just him; it was probably other people too
Hmm.
in the camp. You know what I'm saying? Because they
But
were just
that's old as Kangos though. That ain't nothing new.
no. But what you
Well,
trying to say? I'm
People.
just telling you.
No, I'm
I'm just
saying
telling.
like people. What Tay said, Ryan. I know what you ate this morning, man. That's regular stuff.
That
If
ain't no damn regular stuff. You're supposed to shut up when you in somebody camp. You ain't supposed to betray the camp. You know what I'm saying? Tell the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he was sick, man. He's sick. You know what I'm saying?
look,
Oh, you got it good. You gonna be straight, man. Don't even worry about it, man. You got this. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
look.
That's cheating.
I'm
You
gonna
know?
throw this on you, Paul.
man,
And what's my man? What's the other gentleman on the line? What's your name, boss?
Steve O,
Steve O. Okay, I'm gonna
what's
share
happening?
this with y'all, which is I will say at that time, and again, Earl living a good lifestyle now as he's portraying it in these interviews, which is great. The
Hmm.
folks it seemed like he was running with years ago, other than the Charlos and then Derek James, what other boxers that we know were around Earl? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, I'm not around, right? But I'm saying that you look at the
Yeah.
Crawford camp and you say, well, what other boxers was around Bud? And you say, well, he got Bernie, although Bernie ain't active, but Bernie boxed. Okay, so Bernie can get in there and do some mitts or do some work with him. Bud got three
Hmm.
trainers compared to Earl got one, and obviously Derrick James had fell off with how he was conducting his training with Earl. I just see, man, to me it was that lifestyle difference. Man. Like
But
Yeah.
Bud was all
I
the
got
way in.
but I got a question though, man. Like Derek do it all. Like he ain't got no assistant trainer. Like yo, go go warm. Like yo, go get sparring partner. That is the wildest thing to me, man. 'Cause I know not sparring from injury, but I'm like, you ain't got no assistant trainer that can work and like that. Some most of the time the assistant be better than the fucking coach.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I think Derek what he did was he can't multitask that well. He got other fighters that distracted him.
Mhm.
You know,
Mm.
that he never had, he already had like these little dudes in there that I forgot what the little dudes that was around. Oh, he had Frank Martin in there, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Frank. I couldn't think of his
Yeah,
name.
he had another fighter in there too. So he was just spread too thin. It's like, bro, you got and your fighter, your main. No,
It's your main,
three.
yeah, your
Yo,
main
cash
one.
cow. Yeah.
It's
Your
the
main
one.
fighter. You just ignore him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro. I mean, you lay the hit pads and shit. That's it. It's like, come on, bro. Fighting Crawford.
You
You know what
want
I'm
you
saying?
want to know? And I don't mean to cut y'all, Paul, but I think I told you about it when the fight happened. They doing the media workouts, right? And this fucking
Mm-hmm.
fight
Mm-hmm.
week. And he get in there and he had them, what he had them cross on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Talking about Derek
But
James or Earl?
not Earl. But he got in the ring and they on the mitts and he said, pap, and he missed. And I'm like, oh shit. Then they
I
pap
gotta
and he
run
missed
that back.
again. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, yo, you supposed to be sharp as fuck right now. Y'all missing? Y'all ain't. I was like, they ain't together. So, oh shit. Oh,
Hey, Steve
this
O.
fight week.
Hey, Steve O.
Yes, sir.
You. I'm glad you brought up the open workouts they did, because that was another indicator. If you looked at Bud's open workout, he wrapped his own hands. He
Always,
started
yep.
out hitting the bag. He started out with the speed bag. Then he was jumping, skipping rope for a little bit. He probably spent about 20, 25 minutes just sweating, getting warmed up. Then he
Mm-hmm.
got in the ring and got on the mitts. Then he got on the head.
Yeah, I watched him.
Bomac put on
Put on
the
the heavy
heavy, whatever.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Boom,
saying? I'm
boom.
saying, man, he spent about 90 minutes warmed up. The Earl
Warming
jump
up.
was like 45 minutes. And I'm like, ah.
And
But
what
we were
Errol
so
did, hop right in there. But go
he
ahead, I'm
hopped
sorry.
right in there, man. We were so glad to see Earl, man. We were just so happy to see the fight happen, man. And it's just Paul said it best, man. That was our Hagler Hearns. That was our Leonard Hearns, whatever.
Yeah.
And it just, man, we just never
We
got
got
it, you
robbed.
know.
We got
We
robbed.
got robbed. And
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. I don't buy all the fights, but I made sure I bought that one because I wanted to
Me
put my
too.
name on the record. Like, we support my guy. Yeah, I bought all the merch. Hey, Paul, I'll be real with you, man. I had to put that merch, man. I had to get rid of that shit.
Hey, I understand. I understand. Doctor says, "Pool, do
Recently,
you?"
I got rid of it recently.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
said,
my
especially
man
when he
saying
come
he
out
was
and
all
tell you
about the
what's
money. You know what I'm saying? I'm
right.
saying, man, I'm not gonna be walking around, as a fan with, Spence boxing camp, all that shit. And I'm saying, man, fuck that. I'm not giving you my money like that. I give you my money because I'm supporting you because we support your movement, your camp.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm saying, and you ain't doing what you supposed to do, fuck
But,
that. I get that
but
shit to
that
the homeless.
if I bet on you,
There you
how I
go.
supposed to feel about that shit?
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's some people
Dude, I
lost
bet
some bread.
500. It's some folks lost some money fucking around here.
Let me get this comment in. It says, "Pool, do you think Derek took on training other fighters because Errol was being undisciplined at the time and he needed to be training?" I'm pretty sure that was part of it because I don't think they were getting along. They already two introverted motherfuckers. I don't know how God put two introverted people together, sitting at the damn table eating, not saying nothing to each other. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, I'm like, bro, they ain't getting no closer than the first day they met. I
They
mean,
still don't know each other.
right. I'm just like, bro, because Spence said, man, we'll be sitting there eating and we don't say nothing to know each other. I'm like, what is that, bro? What is
Like,
that?
yo, something ain't right.
Right.
They're like
So,
a married couple that ain't talking.
yeah, them old school trainers like Derek James, if you don't do like they say, man, they catch the attitude and like, okay, it's you. That's on you. You know what I'm saying? You want
Yeah.
to go in there and get your behind kicked?
Don't get your
Go
ass
put
whooped.
Hmm.
right. You know what I'm saying?
That
So,
what happened too. And it's fucked up because you don't supposed to allow that to happen. You supposed to have a come to God moment. Like, all right, son, you blowing it.
Yeah.
right.
You
Yeah.
fucking blowing it, man. I'm letting you know he gonna kill you.
Well,
Ain't that what Mick did? He gonna
I
kill
mean,
your ass.
it comes back on his reputation as a
Mm-hmm.
coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you care about your fighters or not? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, now you got to speak up. Spence still young, what I'm saying, still headstrong, still learning. You know what I'm saying? It's like you
Hmm.
the older, what more wiser gentleman, right? You done been through it. You a fighter yourself. So
Hmm.
And
come
here's
on.
the thing: if you can't reach him, let him go.
Let him
Mm.
go.
Let him go,
Let him
son. I
go.
can't do it. You gotta go. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Cause you go,
Yeah.
you can't watch him get killed. That man almost got killed in that ring, man.
Oh
Well,
That
man.
was not. It was
I,
nothing
I,
cool about that.
I just think at some point, Derrick James has made it a business relationship. You know, he was just
That's
like, this
it.
is this. You know, he's like,
Mm-hmm.
you come in here, hit whatever you want to do, and then you can leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to, do my training. I ain't, and I
And
think that was that. Hmm.
that just lowers my opinion of the 2-time trainer of the year.
Right.
Ah,
I
he
think
had his run. Yeah.
Spence
Like,
got by on a lot of talent and youth, his youth. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Blu-ray helped him because when he was that Trump monkey boy,
Oh man,
it
yeah.
was problems, man. You know, when
Yeah,
he
that Blu-ray Spence connection, man.
it
That
was
gave him
different.
some of us.
He was hitting different. You the one told me about him, Paul, where you were saying, I was like, okay, I see. Because, that was right when the switch happened.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And it was like, okay, I see the difference. Like, he ain't, they ain't saying, ow, like they.
Oh, that boy had traps.
Oh, shit.
That boy had he had them damn monkey traps, boy, when he fought at Jerry. I'm talking about that boy was athletic as hell, coming across the ring, popping,
Mm-hmm.
popping, popping, just like Boots doing, man. He was popping motherfuckers and jumping back and you know what I'm saying, doing little fake moves, he was fainting and all kind of stuff. I was like, man, you know what I'm
So
saying? But
so
hey, he
let me
could
ask you this, Paul, just to bring it back full circle to the main event tonight. Is Zayas like who? So we know Bud's a killer. We know that. And if you face Bud, and see, I think that's where Canelo dropped the ball too, because Canelo thought it was just another day in the office, and he learned the hard way. Sometimes you got to know who you up against and say this guy's is cut from a different cloth, life wise. And if I don't go to a deep dark place and be ready to face that type of energy,
Hmm.
you at a huge disadvantage. So between Boots and Zayas, which one of those two would you say got that killer instinct in them?
I think Boots.
Okay,
Boots is hungry, Brent. Man, I never seen
okay.
him train like I think he's just frothing at the mouth, and I don't want that to work against him. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Xander,
Yeah.
I think Xander is wants to make a statement too because he understands how everybody looking at this fight. He know he's the underdog. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna
Yeah.
fight like hell. This is gonna be a hell of a fight, y'all. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because you remember how you was when you were 23. You know what I'm saying?
Ready. Ready
You
for
ever
whatever.
man, yeah, or somebody disrespect you and they think somebody, better than you and all this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Xander is fit to go out there and give it his all, bro. He's
Okay.
fit to go out there, and I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I don't think Boots gonna win this fight easily, like Robin and Emily Jones said. I think who's that said it's gonna be about nine. He probably get knocked out by 9, 10, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be a hard. Just like that Villa fight was tough. He had to
Oh
dig deep.
man, yeah.
He had to dig deep, man, to win that fight, to get that win from Villa, bro. Villa was a hard hitting dude,
Oh
man.
man, Villa really brought a fight and I was surprised because after that Villa kind of disappeared, and I said, man, Villa could really he could make a mark at 147 now. He done made his name, put kind of like Pitbull. Even though Pitbull lost to Tank,
It's
everybody
the
just loved the
war.
way he fought. Yeah.
Them wars, bro. Them guys don't be the same after them kind of fights. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
don't
Okay.
train. They don't train like them old guys used to train. You know what I'm saying? Them
Okay.
guys used to train. They had to go 15 rounds and stuff. So when you go through these wars, you remember Holyfield and Reddick both.
Ready, Bo? Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
after 3 fights, they were no more good, bro. That was
Yeah,
it.
man.
In that Villa fight, that was a hard. He was tearing Villa's body up. He
Oh
was
man.
giving him
Yeah.
uppercuts. Man, if he didn't fight again, I understand. You know,
Okay.
that's why
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people think Spence, saying is all messed up. But he took 3 years off like he's supposed to. Haney, when
Yeah.
Yeah.
he took his battering, he took a year off, which was smart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
psychologically, we're not just talking about physically. We talk about We got to see what Spence like psychologically when he come back.
Okay.
Can he pull the
Hmm.
trigger? Like when Roy Jones came back, he couldn't pull the trigger, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like
Mm-hmm.
coming out of a car accident or something. You know what I'm saying? The trauma, them punches coming at you, you just want to fold up. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
Well,
um,
that's like AB after the Maidana fight. he never was able to
Yeah,
pull the trigger
he
after
got
that.
gun shy.
Right, right.
Yeah.
AB, man. I
His
mean, with his hand speed and his
hand
talent,
speed was stupid. Man, that boy that wasted talent. I don't even like to talk about AB. That shit's so fucking crazy. It's crazy. And he jumped right to Madonna. Wasn't that right after Madonna got into it with what's your boy, Glass Joe? Amir Khan. Wasn't it right after the Khan fight?
what's that?
Uh,
When he fought Madonna, Madonna got up from the ground and knocked Khan. I was like, yo, this is not the time to
yeah. Cause
fight
matter of
this
fact, yeah,
dude.
Madonna had got
He
knocked
didn't
down
fight.
twice
He
in
didn't
that
fight.
fight.
I don't think he fought Amir Khan. He not.
What am I
Did he?
getting the one who almost knocked him out? He got up and knocked him out.
Oh
I think
yeah.
that
Wait
was
a minute.
Khan, wasn't it?
That might have been. Might have been. Yeah, it might have been. That was like a 140 though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
that was
like,
at
yo, this is
140.
not the
Yeah.
time to be fighting this man. He
Mm-hmm.
confident little mother. He'll put this up
Mm-hmm.
off the ground and
But I
and
gotta
and
say
here.
this. I gotta
Oh,
say
go
this.
ahead.
The shocker of the year, man. Cause my man just brought it up, man. Rami Emily Jones just brought this shit up, man. The wars ruined a young fighter. Asked David Morrell
Boy,
Jr.
what is
Bro,
you talking?
did you did y'all
Yeah,
see
My man
that, bro?
fell off the
yeah.
cliff, man.
Oh
Never
Bro,
was the same
God,
after facing Benavidez.
bro,
no,
but it wasn't
no.
that bad. He actually did pretty good. I mean, cause I
He
told him that
did.
he needed more experience. You know, he just didn't have the experience. Just like Keyshawn Davis, just because he beat up a couple of junior pros, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, and he beat up a lot of B level fighters. When he get in there with Devin, Devin's gonna cream him, bro.
Yeah, he ain't ready for that test.
No, everybody keep talking about he ducking Keyshawn Davis, bro. Keyshawn Davis don't have enough experience. He just started fighting 12-round fights.
You
It's
Mm-hmm.
know,
like
all I see.
stop,
You remember when Mayweather laughed when Broner like, "Come on, bro, we got to run that fade," and Mayweather like, "Man, boy, you
right,
don't want that.
right. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
don't want Devin."
we got to take into account because Mayweather used to say it all the time. He said, "Man, when you get up under them lights, it's different, man.
It's
It's
different.
different. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
different.
It's
Yeah.
different. It take half your energy, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just to deal with being there. You know what I'm saying? You know you about to go
Mm-hmm.
into battle against a guy who's ready for you, and you ain't
Mm-hmm.
never, you don't know how to pace yourself. You don't know how to regulate your emotions and stuff. You get tired in I remember it was Andre Ward who talked about that. He said, don't go in there all mad, you know what I'm saying, when you had these grudge matches, he said that shit'll wear you out,
Hmm.
bro.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
tired as hell.
You in a fight
Mhm.
with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You burning yourself out before you even face your opponent.
Yeah, you don't fight
your
mad.
adrenaline your adrenaline high. Then once your adrenaline go down, and now you're done.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh,
you're
you
going there
cook.
throwing 100 punches, trying to hurt the dude, and he don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all a question. So I mean, at this point, I feel like night's main event is Boots' fight to win. Meaning, if he does what he's supposed to do and he uses all his tools, he has a high probability of being victorious. He don't get clipped or whatever. Let me just throw this out there to you all, because I'm gonna tell you really what I like to see is Boots versus Fundora.
Yeah, man.
And
I,
I
I
just want
want
to get
him.
you
I
all's
want him
take
to
on
get. I
that.
want him to get the third belt before he fought with Fundora, because it probably. I mean, it probably be over. I want him to get a little bit more experience. I want him to
Hmm.
get one more fight in before he fight Fundora,
Well, that would
because
be
I think
Ortiz then.
Ortiz.
Virgil
Oh,
Ortiz got the
no, he ain't got.
WBA.
Well, he can fight Ortiz. That'll be a good fight for him. But
Hmm.
I want him to get a little bit more acclimated. You know, what I'm saying, before he face Fedora, man, because
Okay.
that's
That's
gonna
a tough one.
be
I think
that's a
that's gonna
tough
be a
one,
war, man.
man. Because
Yeah.
the Fedora done learned how to fight tall. He got a
Hmm.
beautiful
Yeah.
jab. That jab done got right, man. He
Hmm.
killing. You see how he beat up Keith Thurman? He hit him with an 8-piece combination, bro. I was like, well, let Keith go sit your ass down.
You gotta sit down, man. It's over for you.
I was like, oh my god. Yeah,
Oh, hey,
man.
Pool,
Yeah,
Pool. Let me look real quick. I'm glad you mentioned Keith Thurman. You know what? You said this too, bruh. And see, we be forgetting some of these talking points that really matter to current day. When that Earl Bud negotiation fell off, I think it would have been good for Earl. eh, I think it would have been good for Earl to just say, man, you know what, Bud? I'm going to go ahead and fight Keith Thurman, man.
Exactly.
Negotiations
Yeah,
ain't
I've been
looking
saying
good.
that.
He
Yes,
playing games.
I
sir.
was saying that
Let me
shit
go
for
ahead and get this
years.
light work out the way. I think that would have been a nice that's not a tune up, but I think if Earl could have just, man, swallowed his pride, I think, man, that would have been a good fight for him to just get whatever he needed to get out of his system. Because Keith would have brought the fight, but I think
Could
the
have sold
Earl
it too.
who, the Earl
But
who
here's
fought Bud, I think would have still been competitive against Keith Thurman.
but here's the problem. You know, Errol was breaking down. His body after all that drinking, the car
Mhm.
crash, he was breaking down, bro. I don't know how well he
Mm.
would have, cause he was looking bad against Ugas. You know what I'm saying? He's not. You can see he
Yeah,
wasn't the
that's a good
same.
point.
His reflexes wasn't there. He was getting hit flush with
He was
shit.
stuck in the mud. Yeah.
He was stuck in the
Yeah, and
mud, bro.
Garcia, he would have slept Garcia before that.
See, he got by on a lot of youthfulness and talent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And fat camps.
Okay.
All them fat camps. I don't think Errol after he before he had that car crash was his most healthy. But after the car
Hmm.
crash, you know what I'm saying? He just wasn't taking care of himself.
Hmm.
He just never looked. I mean, he looked good against Danny, but
Danny
just that
Garcia, yeah.
right. You know what I'm saying? But man, he never was 100% again. You know, after
Hmm.
all that,
Mm-mm.
I didn't want to believe it though. I said, man, just a strong little young dude. He just bouncing back. You know, that's what I wanted to believe. But people, you know how the media kept saying, oh, he was in a car crash. And, you know what I'm saying? It flipped 15 times, and then he was in another car crash. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying?
that's right. Yeah, yeah, he
That's like the
was.
night Bud fought, wasn't it? Yeah,
He was in another car crash.
in the
Yeah, that's
Bentley
when
or some
Bud
shit.
fought Avenesian. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's like, man, you need to stop boxing. God don't want you to box.
Mm.
You know, it's like God trying to send you a message. You know, says leave the alcohol alone, something, whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
You know,
Whatever
Hmm.
you're doing, stop.
Hmm.
yeah, cause he got the eye injury with Pacquiao in training. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
And look,
yeah.
he
like
he
what?
was in he was in fantastic shape. I will say, I think that was a letdown for him because if I'm not mistaken, he was training with Blu-ray for that fight, in
Mm,
preparation for Pacquiao. He was in fantastic shape, and that fight fell through. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks before the date. So
Yeah, it was
he
gonna
he
happen.
was
That
he
when
was
he,
right there. He was right
yeah,
yeah,
there.
yeah, but see, I see. This is where I talk about Crawford. You know, see, Crawford knew about timing, and he knew that Spence was undisciplined. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He knew Spence was
Mm-hmm.
undisciplined. You know, he knew he was gonna catch him. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
no
And
question.
and you know, I mean, man, it's just sad, man, cause it would have been great to have two guys in top shape. Even if Bud would have beat him, man, we would have got a great fight.
We still
You know
would
what I'm
have it would
saying?
have been competitive. Yeah, it would have
Yeah.
been competitive. And
It's
I mean,
just
to me, that's the Earl. I just if I'd have seen that Earl who fought Lamont Peterson or that Earl who fought Van Heerden. I don't know if y'all remember when Earl fought Southpaw
mm,
Van Heerden. Man,
yeah.
that
That the
that was a
last one he fought.
beautiful
yeah,
fight, man. That's
well,
all we wanted to see. But that Earl who fought Lamont, I mean, to me, I
yeah,
drove up to New
Yeah,
York
yeah,
from Maryland for that fight,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
rooting on Lamont because Lamont local guy. I've been following him for over a decade when he was on ESPN Friday Night Fights, and
man.
I'm
When he
like,
was boxing
man,
beautifully, he was boxing beautifully in that fight. I mean, you
dog,
never see him go back and I mean, man, that nigga was doing some shit in that damn. He was uppercutting
footwork,
and yeah, just popping the uppercut,
cutting off the
popping out,
ring,
moving his
turning them.
head. Yeah,
Yeah,
people talking about Spence can't move his head. He showed you against Mikey Garcia he can move his head. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
He showed
absolutely.
you that he can box. He just don't like to box. Now
Hmm.
he kind of lazy. Spence is kind of lazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to
He
talk
said,
about it.
man, he was like, well, I think when you
Paul
could just
get
beat the
mad,
shit out
man.
this
You get
mother.
mad, man. You start thinking about it.
Right.
See, y'all like I am with AB. He like, man.
Eric says there's nobody to prepare Boots for Fundora. Say he just have to beat his ass twice. Yeah, but I think Boots can box Fundora. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Boots can move. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he would
Hmm.
have to outpoint him. Just outpoint him.
Hmm.
Stand your ground like Lubin was doing. Lupin was
Oh,
doing fine until he made the mistake of trying to square up with him. He thought Fundora was done after he knocked him down. Fedor
Mm-hmm.
was a smart motherfucker. He took a knee, called his wits, called his
Yep.
called his called his
Sure
mind, and
did.
got up and he said, "Oh, so you want to stand in here and fight with me?" And
You
that
want it?
boy,
Yeah. He whooped his
woo,
ass.
woo, he
Ooh-wee.
hit him with about 99 uppercuts. I was like, oh my God. He hit Lubin
Luda
with
never was
90.
the
Did you
same
see
after
his
that.
face? His face was pushed in, bro. I was like,
Man.
oh my God. I was like, this is like a cartoon beatdown, bro. It's like, but Lubin just lost.
Talking.
He always lose focus in fights, just like when he did with Charlo, kept leaning to the damn right. Charlo caught him to that shit so fast,
Yeah,
and then
man, and put him out of there.
yeah, it's
Mm.
like, bro, he talked so much shit too. He talked, oh man, he talked cash shit.
Yeah, he
Oh my
did.
God,
He
woo
did. He
man,
was young in his career. I mean, he was on the come up and everything. He was running through everything up to that point. You know, he
and
had that
that's
young
and that's
man
what I be trying to,
confidence.
Mr. Moore. That's what I try to tell people. When you fighting lower competition, that's what you look like. Keyshawn, they keep talking about
Mm,
Keyshawn gonna beat them, bro. Y'all don't understand. Devin done been through, when he what he done been through. Come on,
yeah,
that he ain't scared of nothing. That kid
Yeah.
there, and then he bounced back from that,
He that warrior with that chinked armor. Like you
bro.
think
hmm
because his armor ain't pretty, you okay?
I'm trying to
hmm
tell you, boy. I say, man, he don't
Okay.
be when Keyshawn get in there, he ain't gonna know what to do. He ain't
He
gonna know
gonna be
what to
trying to
do.
fight Bill backstage like he did.
Right, right. I wasn't ready yet. I was, they're like the Canelo with Mayweather. I was too green. Nigga, you had 40
Nigga,
fights.
nigga,
You had
you
40,
25, nigga.
you had more fights than Mayweather.
Hey
Like, bro,
man,
let,
you
let
he
me
was
ask y'all
just
a
a
question.
kid.
Let
right.
me ask y'all a question. So, to the main event tonight, just thought about this because we speak about athleticism, we speak about preparation in
Yeah.
terms of training, hours in the gym. You know, if you started boxing at 16 years old versus starting at 6 years old, I just got more time in the gym than you. Um, but let's talk about IQ. Okay. And I want to specifically focus on in the ring IQ. Boxers who are able to make adjustments in the ring when they don't have the advisement of their corner man, their trainer to
Mm-hmm.
tell them adjustments that need to be made in between the rounds for the next round. Okay. But for those who have that IQ in the ring who can make adjustments in the ring, Zayas versus Boots from that perspective, who got the
Mm.
better IQ?
Well, I think the problem is I think Jaron Boots Ennis got the better IQ because not only he knows how to technically box, what I'm saying? He knows how to technically box, but he also has that athletic ability, what I'm saying, where he can do things incorrectly and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
I think as far, I mean, because his skills are way past Zayas. Zayas
Zayas,
just got fun. He's just got a fun. He got sharp technical fundamental skills. He's a good counterpunch. He does everything well. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He got a good jab. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to punch. He not know how to use his angles. But Boots got that extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Where he could cross step if he want to because he's that fast. You know what I'm saying? He's got the
Mhm.
twitchy muscles. You know what I'm saying? Where he could beat you to the punch. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is he can't get too cocky with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to mix it up with his technical abilities. Don't make too many mistakes because this kid here is smart. This kid do have a good boxing IQ. You know what I'm saying? And you just don't know what that extra weight is gonna do to you. You know what I'm saying? When it hits you, because he's
Mhm.
gonna get hit. Boots gonna get hit. It's just that I think Boots is gonna really outpoint him, and Zayas is gonna have to go for broke. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you can't clinch him, if you can't get him in the corner and put that weight on him, because that's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna be able to outbox Boots. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I do think he's gonna have moments in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Boots is not gonna know his punching angles right away. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He's not gonna know his timing right away. So he's gonna have moments in the fight where he hit Boots, and Boots is gonna have to figure out, man, can I take that? Can I, saying, can I
Okay.
deal with that kind of, or should I just stay boxing on my stick, hit him with the 1-2 and break him down some more? And like people say, I think it's gonna take round about he's gonna go late, and then he's gonna fade even a lot more. I think Boots gonna try to take him out.
Oh
You know what I'm
shit, we
saying?
lost you, Paul. Where you at?
Oh, I'm here. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Let's see. Can you hear me now? Hello? Well, I'm still here. Can y'all hear me out there, man? I mean, I see my speaker going on and on. So, you know, can y'all still hear me out there? Hello? Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good damn question. Yeah, but I think Boots is smarter than he's cunning. He's more cunning. He's more creative. He's more creative. He's a really crafty ass fighter, and he lives in the on the gym, man. He's always working on his craft, man. I think that's the key. Um, I don't think there's nobody out there that work on their craft just as much as Boots. And I think that's going to be, we're going to see the separation, in their boxing IQ when they meet. And I think it's going to be evident that Boots is just a superior boxer, man. People keep saying Xander is good, man, but it's like he's good against fighters that's not sharp. And I think Boots is going to be so sharp, he's going to be razor
Mhm.
sharp, you know.
Okay.
And I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with Boots because he's coming from a smaller weight class for one. Two, he's going to be looking to counterpunch and stuff.
Hmm.
And Boots, if he stay technical, what I'm saying, he'll have an easy time with that because Boots got angles, man.
Yeah.
Boots got angles. If he don't want to get hit, he don't have to get hit. And see,
Okay.
that's where that athletic ability comes in at. He got good defense. People don't think, but see, he's an offensive fighter. He's an offensive minded fighter. And I hope he kicked that in the second half once he slows Xander down. And I think once he get him what I'm saying, pretty much intimidated from his speed, from his timing, his sharpness and stuff, and Xander start to slow down, that's when we start to see Xander come apart. Yeah, no doubt. See, he says peaceful. What's going on, DJ Black Tom Music in the building? Well, 300 coming up in here. I'm about to cry. God damn it! Look at the 300 coming through. God damn it! Who said the 300? This pool kind of boxing. God damn it! It
Yes,
says
sir.
said Boots' problem is he's trying to look. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you got to just win and get the KO. Yeah, will come. The KO will come. Yeah, you're right. And I say that all the time. I say he be showboating,
Hmm.
trying to put on the show. That's why he looked so bad against Karen because he was just walking around the ring, really not really cutting it off. He cut it off once or twice in the fight, but you got to be disciplined and keep it
Yeah.
up, man. He was just following him around the ring, beating him up and stuff like that. And Karen would he'll come in with the hit him with a nice shot or two. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, oh, what's going on here? It's like, why Boots getting hit? You know what I'm saying? It's like because Boots is he ain't focused.
Yeah.
But
That discipline. Hmm.
I think he's focused for this fight because you see the look of his eyes when he
You see it in his
went.
eyes. Yeah.
Man, man, I have never. I mean, look at the picture on the screen, man. Look how he's looking at Xander, and look how Xander looking at him.
It's
Man,
night and day different. And
bro,
Xander got that energy of I can't think it was a previous fighter. I'm trying to think. I don't know if it was Keith Thurman. It was something one Keith Thurman, but he was a belt
Bird
holder.
Games, what's up? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And
Go ahead.
no, you good, brother. It was somebody who had a belt and he acted like he was the man, the best champion that's ever had the belt. Ain't never defended the Jones. You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
think
right.
Zayas has defended once, if I'm not mistaken, but he in that joint acting like he that guy. And yeah, you supposed to think that, but you can't act like you can't. You can't be touched out there either. And you right, you see it in their eyes. To me, it looks like Xander look like it's just another day in the office. I'm gonna come and take care of my work, and I'm going home and be, still be champion. Boots looking like Slim. I'm taking them belts from you. Like man, you got something coming for you. it looked like night and day different in their eyes.
Hmm. And Robin Emily Jones is right. He says the work in the first 4 rounds. I said it. I said it. I said he's going to have to attack that big boy body. He says it's going to set the tables for Boots in the later rounds. He might be big, but that motherfucker can move, man. He can move. So that's why I say Boots need to keep it technical. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And like really like be sharp. Go to the body early, early, early. And the second
Mm-hmm.
half and drown them. Take them to the second. What's going on, PGH Big Dog in the building? What's happening? Eric said Verizon. He said, yeah, we hear you. He said ain't Boost 30. He's 29. I think he's 29. I guess you might as well say he's 30, right? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I think his
saying? But
birthday was the other day. I think he just turned 29.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean the way he take care of his body though, you know what I'm saying? You know, the way he take care of himself, you might as well say he a 25-year-old. That
There
that
you
boy
go.
work out.
No,
That
and
boy the
look,
way. Hmm.
no drinking, no smoking. That alone, you I think you would send the right way, especially for them gym rats like Boots.
Yeah,
Man, your prime is extended for years, and for that time, and you maintain and sustain your athleticism. Um, and I think that's what happened to Broner. Broner lost his athleticism.
yeah,
I think that's what happened to Earl too. I think,
yeah.
when you mentioned when he fought Ugas, you like, man, that's a different fight. Although he won, but it was looking tight for a minute.
Well,
But you
he
didn't see
he
that
got
same
by
athleticism.
he got by on attrition, you know?
Mm,
He got by
okay.
on attrition, man. It's like, damn. It's like you got to thug it out every time, bro. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? You ain't got no more finesse in you because you done wrecked your body. You
okay.
know? I mean, he be looking hard, but still on the inside, the makeup, and all the punishment that
Yeah.
you done took. You know what I'm saying? The punishment that you didn't have to take, you know,
Hmm.
because you just wanted to thug it out. It's easier, what I'm saying, just to walk through punches. So instead of trying to, learn your craft and slip punches and all that, coming up with a game plan and stuff you know. So, but I don't think I never seen a Derek James fighter that like really, use technique like that. Say he have them all kind of like he had Frank Martin bulldozing and going forward to the body and all that stuff,
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
overpower pressure fighting and stuff. So that's kind of a Derek, that Mexican style is kind of a Derek James style, intelligent pressure type stuff you
Hmm.
know, he says Boots just turned 29. Yep, 29. Hmm. But Boots can't be bullshitting, y'all. We give him all this credit and everything, but if he's
Hmm.
unfocused, he goes in there and because one thing about people with great talent, they take it for granted. They stop bullshitting. You know,
Hmm.
like the turtle in the hair. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, just because you way better than this man, you better finish him off when you get the opportunity. Just like George Foreman said, because if you don't finish your opponent finish you. You know, and that's my problem. Because once he feel like he get comfortable, he start bullshitting and doing all. I don't want to see him do that little pause shit he be doing, looking the other way, shit. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? I don't want to.
so you make a good point there. So we talked about IQ earlier, in the ring IQ, the ability to make changes on the fly without corner input. So let's talk about corners, okay? And we know Bozy is nothing but the truth. However, we saw in Boots has admitted it in some of his previous recent fights that I
Hmm.
didn't listen to my corner. I gotta make an improvement. They told me what to do. I went in there. I wasn't listening. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Although he still won in impressive fashion. But do you think that this fight will get down to moments where the corners can give an advantage to their fighter going into the next round?
Well, I think Boots understand how big this fight is. I think he'll listen to his dad. They seem like they got a really good relationship. I don't know much about Zaya's corner. Um, Zaya seems like he's not going to do anything outside of what he does. He repetitious. Saying what he do. So I don't think unless he got that. That's why I was asking the question earlier. Do do we think we're going to see them? Xander do something different? Um, the only thing I could see him do different is probably try to pressure fight. and that's not his style. So, I mean, he's an outside fighter. So, as far as the corner goes, I mean, I don't know what much they could tell him because the boys on autopilot, box. That's all they're gonna tell him, box. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they see Boots, you know what I'm saying, trying to do in there, they're gonna try to tell him, you know what I'm saying, step back, step to the side. They're gonna try to tell him shit like that. I don't know really much they can like really tell him to do because Boots is just so he's so good at what I'm saying, staying away, what I'm saying, countering. He's so good at keeping his distance. He's so, unless they can guard him into coming forward and trying to take over the fight, that's going to be their best opportunity. And Xander ain't even that kind of fighter. He's more of a point type fighter. Now if he catch your ass, now he coming. Now if he catch you with a good shot, Xander's coming, you know. But I think Boots is too good for that, man. You
Okay.
know, he's just too fast. I don't see the corner. Corner ain't gonna be able to help with that dude. He's got talent coming out the ass, man. He's the dude. There's some things you can't teach. These
Yeah.
fighters like Roy Jones stuff. Some of the stuff
You
you
can't
can't
teach
teach.
that.
Right? You
Yeah.
can't really teach it. It's
Naturally
just
gifted.
instincts. Crawford instincts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to fight,
Mm-hmm.
hey man, you behind what? Go out there and knock the guy out. Can't teach that. Can't teach it. It's just something they got, man. You know, it's like
I was
said
thinking
Boots.
of when
Mhm.
Ryan Garcia fought Devin Haney, and I'm not a Haney fan, but I remember watching that fight, and I was rooting Haney on, and I remember like the middle portion of the fight, Haney came on and started the box beautifully, and he was stab jabs to the body, he was keeping his distance, turning, using the ring, not resting in the corners. He was putting together really nice. It reminded me when Broner fought Maidana in that kind of 2 to 3 rounds. You're like, okay, Broner might he might be able to do something.
Mhm.
And so I'm thinking, and when Ryan fought Devin and that pre-fight, all of those face-offs they had, and people like, man, Ryan tripping, man, Ryan. But that, regardless of being on the juice, and I'm not dismissing being on the juice. That's wrong. Is
Right.
no place for that in the game. I honestly believe Ryan still would have done what he did, but that's his fault. But I'm looking at how Ryan was acting before the fight, and man,
Right.
Ryan was going crazy, and
Roid rage. Roid
he
rage.
he fought that way too. I mean, from the jump, man, he came out, tried to take Devin's head off. And what I see a calm Xander Zayas. And as you said, you look in their eyes, I don't see that killer instinct. And so to me, that's the only thing that Zayas really got to get him over the hump is that killer instinct. And if he ain't turned it on yet, I don't know if he gonna be able to click that on
Oh, he got it.
when the bell ring.
I see the eye of the tiger in that kid, man. That
Okay.
kid really. That kid got that. When you're 23, you just think everything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing can fucking defeat you. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I'm looking at how he looking at Boots. He's like, I own you, bro. You know what I'm saying? He looking down at him. And so Boots better go in there and like really be disciplined in his shit because Xander is a really solid fighter, bro.
Okay.
People don't he
Okay.
is solid, but I think
Okay.
Boots is just way more talented. It's just he can't allow himself to sometimes these fighters can fight down to the level of their competition.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it just depends on this is the biggest fighter that Boots, saying size wise, that's the same
Yeah.
size. So he's going to be able to absorb a lot of the shit that Boots is going to put down on him because he's a big
Okay.
dude. So he's going to have to mentally, he's going to have to be prepared for that you know, that you're
Mm.
not just gonna knock this dude out in a couple of shots. Up jab, you're not gonna knock him out with an up jab. Plus, he knows how to move. Plus, he got good defense. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. You're gonna have to be able to deal with all that mentally, right? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. So don't go in there trying to knock this dude out at all. Just break him down easy, little by little, and he'll get frustrated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He'll try to come for you. See, he's waiting on you to lose your shit. He's waiting on
Mm-hmm.
Boots because he know Boots impatient. He watched his fights. He knows he likes to, go out there and put on the show. and he's just gonna probably look ordinary, you know, for a few rounds, you know what I'm saying? Because Xander got a really good movement and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He's not
Okay.
just gonna let you come in there and hit him, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to figure him out. You're gonna have to come to him, but you're gonna have to stay safe at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Xander, he gets you when you walk into the mid range. He's punching right away. Soon as you step in the ring, that's when he scores. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's how he throws that 1-2. And then when he gets a little closer, 1-2-3, pivot off to the side and he's going to try to circle jab, just like when Karen was hitting Boots. You know what I'm saying? When he moving, pivoting in the circle, he's going to hit you, and he's going to hit you when he coming off you. And if your head down, and Boots like to look, he likes to sometimes he likes to stand still and look and take a picture, and he gets
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he's going to have to be careful not to make those kind of mistakes. You know, because we don't know what kind of how his punch resistance against a big dude like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many he's going to be able to take. He got a good chin. You know what I'm saying? Got a good chin at 147, but I don't know about
Mm-hmm.
154. You know, so
Who's the better counterpuncher?
Boots,
Okay. Okay.
Boots. You know,
Okay.
think about it. Xander does everything well. You know, he's a step above an average fighter. You know,
Mm.
he counter punches well. He does everything exact. You know, very sharp. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing spectacular about him because he's not fighting the top guys. He's not fighting the Virgil Ortiz. He's not fighting
Mm.
Fedora. He's not fighting the top dudes. He's fighting the we don't have see that's why I was saying we don't have enough good journeymen anymore, skilled journeymen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the Riverside Rocky, you know what I'm saying, the Drunken Master, who really was kind of a champion type material.
Yeah.
Um, we don't have those middle of the road guys, like that could really test you and get your skills together. So
Mm-hmm.
we got a lot of title holders that are sending to grabbing titles, but they're not able to hold them because they get defeated, and then the next fight that they get into because they're not really skilled enough to keep the belt.
Okay.
You know, so we
Yeah.
need more.
Yeah.
We need more skilled journeymen. You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes. Look at Marius Barrios. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have
Yeah.
held the belt that damn long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, come on, he's just an average dude, man. But
I,
the belt. So go ahead, my bad.
nah, I know I'm gonna catch some flack for this, but I agree with you. And the first person who I thought of, and I know probably get tomatoes thrown at me, Sean Porter. And
Yeah,
I know Sean was a champion in multiple weight classes. I think he earned a belt at 40, and I know he earned the
yeah, the
WBC at 40,
WBC.
and he
Hmm.
defended a couple times. But
Yeah, but look
to
who he
me,
defended it against.
there you
Look who
go,
he.
and
Hmm.
I agree, and
And he
so,
and he got beat. You could say he got beat by Ugas, really, because Ugas dropped him.
oh man, yeah,
They
yeah,
they never
that's
they
when
never
Ugas made his name. Yeah,
right. Yeah, he never
yeah.
he never got they never counted that knockdown.
But
You
that's
know,
how Sean was always able to get the fights because he wasn't the elite, most talented
right.
boxer, right? But he had discipline, and as you mentioned, he was a quality opponent. And if you get in there, beat you, okay? You get in there playing. If you a title holder or you a champion, you play with him, he'll take your belt, right? But if you do what you're supposed to do, but you're right, those middle of the pack guys, and that's why those guys are always able to get the biggest and the best fights often because they not the biggest and the best guys,
Right.
the most
Right.
talented, the most athletic, and them guys, man, I'll fight Porter. You know what I'm saying? I think I can knock him off. But we saw even when Earl fought Sean, and honestly, that was Sean's. That to me, that was Sean's best performance ever.
Right.
And the only reason I think that was his best performance is because he went to come train in DC at
Hmm.
Headbangers with Barry Hunter in the team, and you could see he was sharper in certain spots of that fight.
Man, he trained like a damn Green Beret in that
Mm-hmm.
damn training camp. He had like three coaches. He trained with Lamont Peterson.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he went all out. He said he wanted to hand Earl his first loss.
Mm-hmm.
You seen what swag he came out of? You saw his face. he had war on his face. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
Porter wasn't a bad fighter. I mean, he was more of an athlete. He was just an athletic freak.
yeah,
'Cause his
yeah.
feet was faster than everybody's. He just had athletic gifts, and he was wild as hell. The only reason he survived because people didn't want to get hit by his head and his teeth. You know, I'm serious, because he always came forward with his head, and Spence had to put his head to the other side. He had to push his head down. He spent most of the fight trying to push his head to the side because
Mm-hmm.
Porter don't care where his head go.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so most of his fight, people are just trying to keep him from headbutting him with that big ass head. And he coming in
Yeah.
with them wild. He don't have no power, but his feet fast. You know what I'm saying? That boy had lightning fast feet. He was
Mm-hmm.
ex-football player. And he gonna lean on you, gonna grab you. Look what he did to Paulo Malignaggi. He destroyed him.
Oh
You know what
man,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
Just wild as hell. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's what that preparation and having the multiple coaches, to me, that's what made it such that he was never going to beat Boots, although he was competitive. But once we learned that, he was like, oh yeah, I stopped listening to my dad. I
He
started
trained.
doing a
He
little
trained
something
in his
different.
front yard. He trained in his
Yeah,
front
I'm like,
yard.
you cook, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like man, you veering away from the program that got you to where you at. You doing something different now against the best opponent who you've ever faced, a killer.
Well, I think that I think that Spence loss took a lot out of him.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
because Spence, he used to train. He went over there to him and Spence were close, and
Yeah.
his dad and stuff. They went over to see with him. I think he was with his dad when they did the Kill Brook fight, and
Mm-hmm.
he was sitting out there. I remember him commentating on it, and I think his dad really loved Spence more than he loved his son abilities, right?
Wow.
And so like they said, that was like a fight for their daddy's love and stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So it was a personal thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up, Paul? What's going on, Willie Will? What's going on, bro? He said, he says if Spence didn't get knocked down that knockdown point, said would he have lost? No, I think Spence was picking him off, man. Spence was doing some crazy boxing up in there, because Porter always lead with his head and his face, but he'll eat those shots, you know. Spence was timing them coming in, hitting them with them uppercuts and stuff, Porter
That
just sloppy.
that was the
Hmm.
last. I think that was the last best version of Spence we saw pre-accident. And if you recall, Earl even admitted that in that training camp, he said it was a lot I didn't do in preparation for this camp, and you could even see it in his body composition. He ain't look
Yeah.
chopped up like he did when he fought Kale Brook, and but
He said
he
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 bragged
still
that
was
he
able
didn't
to
do.
rely on that athleticism and that
Mm,
natural skill talent at that time.
he said I didn't do any strength or conditioning for this fight.
That's exactly what he said. Yep.
Hmm. I remember I said, man, what is going on with him, man?
But you
It's
but you
like,
could see it though. When I mean, it was certain spots in that fight where you would say, "Wait a minute now, you supposed to this your moment now. You supposed to take off and take over this fight." But main man in the comment, he right. If he didn't get that KD, I think that would have been a split draw.
did you see the body shots he was putting on Sean Porter, bro?
Oh, he was killing him to the body. Cause matter
Did
of
you
fact, Earl was
did you
crouched
see
down
did you
to
see
fight at
he was
his level.
getting I
Yeah,
mean, once he found the range on that little Smurf, man, he started going to that body. Oh my God. He even hit him low one time and stuff. He had to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Spence,
yeah.
man, if he could have stayed, he just missed his potential, bro. He just messed his potential up. That's all. You know.
Who
Excellent.
who
Wonderful. So what now?
So, all right, we talking about the body work now. And some
Mhm.
Rom and Emily Jones put in the comments, Xander, he's what you see what you get. He's straight up and down. With that
Mhm.
being stated, does he put deposits in early to the body? Is that part of his game as a boxer? Because we know Boots does. And I wonder again, I gotta watch a couple of his fights before the main event today.
Oh, you talking about what you talking about, Tim Zoo?
No, I'm talking about Xander Zayas. Is does
Oh,
Xander
Tim,
Zayas put
Zaya's
the
got a nice little uppercut to the gut. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
He got,
okay.
yeah, he likes to lean to the side and come with that left hook to the gut. He's a southpaw.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so I mean, man, he puts it in there beautifully too. You know,
Hmm.
he puts it in there beautifully, man. I mean, he's a decent body puncher, man. Like I
Okay.
said, he do everything well, but he
Mm.
got a few combinations, that keeps him safe, what I'm saying, with the jab, the one, two,
Hmm.
three, and then he, what I'm saying, he's going to the body, what I'm saying, he may shoot upstairs, but he's gonna basically box you and escape. What I'm
Okay.
saying, that's his shit. But he got nice feet, what I'm saying. He got a little bit of quickness, what I'm saying, and he's tough. So he could take a little shot. So, he just haven't fought nobody like Boots, you know, um,
Mm.
somebody who got that extra athletic ability with the twitch muscles and all that stuff. And he's technically gifted, what I'm saying? He's highly, when you come from a boxing pedigree, uh, like the Mayweathers, what I'm saying? What's another boxing family? You know, he come from a lineage.
Benavidez, that's another
Yeah,
one.
Benavidez, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like them boys, it's like they instinct, so they develop instinct, just
Hmm.
from generations of generations. So we might see Xander push Boots to another level, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying,
Okay.
tonight. We
Okay.
might see him bring the greatness out of Boots tonight, you know what I'm saying? Because Boots is just budding. He's just budding to break loose, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I, this is his biggest fight. um, it's really important to him to become unified at 154, and I think he got that extra edge, what I'm saying, to push past your limits and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just depends on Xander. Sometimes
Hmm.
you need a top opponent, what I'm saying, to push you to
To
that,
bring the
to your,
best out of you. Yeah.
yeah, to bring the best out of you. I think that's what he's gonna do. I think we're
Okay.
about to see a Razorback. I think we're about to see a buzzsaw in there. You know what I'm saying? I think,
Oh
you know,
shit.
Xander about to get stopped. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey,
what my man said, he said that what he said, if Xander can jab or move or something, it's gonna be till 12. I was like, not if Jaron, you know what I'm saying, break him down early first. It's gonna be late. It's gonna be in the second half, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect Xander. I mean, I don't think he'll scrub or nothing. I just think
hmm,
he's a order. I just think he's a solid above average fighter. And
okay.
he came across some weak champions, title holders, and he was able to position himself as a unified champion. You know what I'm saying? So he just came. He was lucky. Basically. What if
And that was when
Fundora?
no,
Mhm.
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, what if Fundora was unified during that time? You would have had to. Will we be seeing Xander right now if Fundora had got those belts that them other two guys had? Will we be seeing Xander now if Fundora had those belts? Probably not. You know what I'm
Probably
saying?
not. And remember, these belts, all those belts got loose once Jermell once they took all the belts from him.
Yeah.
And remember, they kind of dispersed them. I think you had a couple guys who either they were the number one mandatory to the belt holders, so they either had an interim, and then when they fought next, then they won the belt or something like that. But you're right, it wasn't a lot of competition that
Hmm.
that where Xander really won those belts. And so I see him as belt holder. Not yes, he's a champion, but um, this is his time to shine. I mean, this is his championship moment, and that's why I applaud him for taking the fight. Um, but I think that's where too, we seen this with Mayweather. Mayweather, once he became Money Mayweather, and even when he selected Maidana, Virgil Ortiz, and all those guys, I mean, he picked some worthy opponents, but he also
Right.
made sure that he set his opponents up the right way for how he wanted to ascend his career, and
Hmm.
wherever he knew he might have had a weakness, he may not have wanted to face a certain opponent at that time, or whatever, and he'll line them up later. I you know I think that's the risk Xander has put forward. Now he could have said, you need to get a tune up, or you need to get in
Right.
line or something like that.
Yeah,
He ain't
he
do
could have
that.
told that. No, I mean, who else would he have gotten credit for? Or made the kind of money that
Hmm.
he's going to make with Boots. Boots he is the man that everybody think is the boogeyman. So why would you avoid that? He's a
Right.
real fighter. Xander's a real fighter, man. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? And then you got to think. I don't think he really want to make 154 like that. I think he know he's going out the division, and you might as well go out with a
Mm.
bang. I don't think he'll fight Fedora once he get past Boots. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so big, man. You got
Yeah, he ready to move up. Yeah.
yeah, he gonna move up, man. He
Hmm.
got have a victory up on his belt, and he'll be able to whatever sanctioning body want to go under, he could press for a fight. You know what I'm saying? He could press the
Yeah, that's
next
a good
weight
point.
division.
Yeah,
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 you know what I'm saying? So, because he a big boy, man, he done outgrew that damn division. You know, um, for Boots, these guys, they already squeezing down. You know what I'm saying, from their walk around weight.
hmm,
Like Spence, you know what I'm saying, he should have been fighting at what 160. You know what I'm saying? So they already killing their body
yeah,
for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so you'd be surprised once they get there, and it's almost time for them to go because shit, they done already killed themselves trying to make weight at smaller weight classes. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
insane. You know, and that's why Crawford almost got knocked out by Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I didn't know he was walking around at 180, 170. You know what I'm saying? That's why he almost got knocked out by Gamboa because he was weight drained. You know?
okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
Doc Kent. He on point. The Russells, the Mayweathers, yeah. Another all those
Yeah.
boxing families, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that boy grew up. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to slip, learning how to pace himself, learning how to train, learning how to stay in shape. Mayweather can't do nothing else but train, bro. I guarantee you, Mayweather train every day.
Hmm.
I guarantee it. Hitting the
Hmm.
gloves. He don't know nothing else, bro. His daddy
Yeah,
was ripped. I remember one time his daddy lifted his shirt. His daddy was ripped like hell, bro.
yeah.
I'm talking about them Mayweathers. They don't know nothing else.
That's it.
Just
That's it.
they don't socialize very well with people because they spent their life in a gym, man.
Hmm.
You know. Yeah, they really did. He says, what's your thought on Usyk vacationing all his heavyweight belts? You know what I'm saying? Vacating all his heavyweight belts. I don't really like Usyk. Ever since he got hit into the body and they called it a
Oh
they
yeah,
said
against
that it
Dubois.
was a low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't never watch his shit, man. I mean he's a decent fighter. He's definitely he the best heavyweight right now. But I thought he got beat, and I think they whitewashed it. Um, they let him off the hook. You know, and they want him to represent them belts. You know, but yeah, let's get him up out of there, bro. But the heavyweight division's so weak. But they do have that Moses guy, like for Britain, um, Attila, I think his name Attila Moses. Man, that dude there is that dude there got some skills. You seen him fight yet, Mr. Moet? Attila Moses. Hello, you there? Probably lost him again. Yeah, I want to see Mattila Moses how far he can go. I'm tired of all these old ass heavyweights. I'm tired. I want to see some new blood come in and mix it up, and make the heavyweights great again. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, but what's his name? Moses Itwama or something
Attila,
like that. I've
Attila,
seen some of his highlights. I've never watched him in a live, matchup, but I know he knocking shit down. That I do know. I've seen
man,
that,
he
and
he boxed like a damn welterweight up in there, man.
yeah. But with Usyk, I mean, at the end of the day, Us's work is done. I mean, he undisputed. He earned 4 belts at cruiserweight, which was admirable. And you can't take that away from him. He went up to heavyweight and he faced top opponents. He rematched Fury. He rematched. Then he fight AJ twice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
He
so
can
he
he
done
can
had
fight.
two. Yeah, and I think he faced Dubois, some of those British guys, that British heavyweight lineup. Them guys hang around for a while. Um, his work is done, and I don't think it's nothing else for him to do. So I ain't too big on him vacating. I mean, you right. We missed the era of heavyweights, your Lennox Lewis. I think Lennox Lewis held his belts for what,
Yeah,
5 4 5 years.
yeah. And see,
Um,
we had good journeymen back then too. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you went
yeah,
like Rockman, see Lewis went in there bullshit, not training, he got Falumaloon. You remember
ain't
that?
no question. Yeah, yeah, I
Hmm.
remember that fight. Yeah, and so you right. It's just not a lot of guys up there. Um, Jared Anderson, I don't know what his status is. He
Well, they
looked like
said
he
he
was
looking
showing
good here
some.
lately. They've been saying, cause I kind of wrote him off after he let that fat boy go in there, and I was like, and just, I mean, that dude looked like he should have been at another weight class. I ain't finna lie to you. I ain't
You
finna
talking
hold
about
you.
Bacoli?
Yeah, man, that dude looked like he should have been in super heavyweight. I
Well,
mean, he,
I, I remember that in KO. KO 86, he was the one in his picks, and he was like, if y'all don't know about Bacoli, he was like, if Anderson come in there playing, Bacoli will get him out of there. And I said, damn. And Bacoli looked like the next coming of George Foreman, man. He had his shot too when they subbed him in for, I forgot who it was, and he came in there even heavier. Um, Bacoli get his training in order. I think he could make a run. Big
yeah,
Baby
man,
Anderson was
the
his name.
power.
Yeah, oh man, that dude, man, he got power in his hands. He just thought he could stand in there and take them shots. But I think we are the era of late '80s, early '90s boxers, especially in that heavyweight. Your Riddick Bowes, your Evander Holyfields, them guys who just gonna stand in there. I think that those days are gone. Um, it's
Yeah,
just a different era of guys because now they're able to make money through other means. Where back then, them guys, I think that was it. It was boxing or nothing. They ain't had too much education, and
right.
even we as a people, we were still just hitting our echelon as a people, first and second generation college students. A lot of us had first generation college students in the 90s in our families. Now we're into the second and the third generation. So I think it's just a different era. Social media allows guys to earn money in different ways. So they say,
Hmm.
man, look, I'm gonna do this for 5 6 7 years and I'm out the game.
Yeah.
Bo and them guys, they was like, man, it's boxing or nothing.
But these kids can't read. They say Generation Z can't read. You know what I'm saying? So they might as well box.
There you go.
Come on.
Yeah.
They say these kids, they say it's so bad because they're not writing. They texting.
Mm-hmm.
And so texting is kind of like its own language. They got all of the little abbreviations, and so you got kids out here that can't read or write. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you ever been on Facebook and read some of the comments, man. That shit sound like I mean like a third grader or something. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't even
Yeah.
know how to formulate a sentence. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
what the hell? What the hell they trying to say? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They mess up the word no, knows, and you're, you. I'm like, oh God, man, your I swear to God, your brain be wrecking in your head, bro. You be like, oh Lord, but that must be one of these kids. Mm-hmm. They,
Yeah,
they,
man. It's different era, man.
What's going on,
Different era.
Thomas Hill in the building? What's going on, bro? Yes, sir, man. I'm looking forward to it though, man. What time? Wait, what network is it on? I ain't even look it up. That's crazy.
Dazzin, the zone, Dazzin.
Okay, I got that. I mean, I'm already
Yeah,
paying for it, so ain't
yeah.
got to worry. Cause I had to give up the pirate streams, man. Cause I mean,
Well, you in the game, you know what I'm saying? You got to be legit.
yeah, I mean, 'cause when they start shutting all them things down,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
start shutting them down, because you don't want to pay for a lot of this garbage they be putting on, man. I mean, I just pay
Hmm.
for every stream, and then they start putting on nothing pure garbage, bro. Pure,
Yeah.
pure garbage.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna try to catch the joint tonight at a one of the spots that might be showing it, and pay a little cover charge at the door, $10-15. But I will say Earl fight coming up. Although I got rid of my
man.
merch, Team Spence, I'm going to pay for it. So I still support Earl in that way. But after I watched that interview with him and Andre Ward, I said, man, I gotta get rid of that shit, Slim.
Oh
You
wow.
know,
Hey,
because he remember he was, man, get your big fish shirts. We going
right.
hunting. You know what I'm saying? We going hunting, and he
I
knew.
mean,
He knew up front it wasn't looking right. So we as fans, I'm like, man, I'm walking into the fight party. I got my big fish shirt on. I'm looking bad at the end of the fight. You know what I'm saying?
right. I
And
mean, he had time. He
I
had
mean,
Dallas on fire, man. He had Dallas on fire, man. Mm,
man, we was ready, man. That was a moment in time that was you can't duplicate it, man. That was a special moment, and the fact that he knew all into the lead up to the fight that he wasn't right. So I'm saying, you misleading us as fans.
right,
And I guess he felt like that was what he had to do. Cool. Bud said it as he said it. Is what I'm gonna go in and do. You said it. Bo Mac
yeah,
was like, "Hey man, it's probably gonna be our easiest fight."
yeah. They knew what time it was. They knew exactly what was happening. Um, I just, it was the whole thing was just undisciplined, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just so it just everything fell apart at the wrong time.
At the
I
wrong time.
mean, it's like, bro, man, it's like, come on, man, how you gonna build this shit up like this here and let everybody down?
Mm.
It's like, man, I ain't even look at the fight again. You know what I'm saying? That's one fight. When Wilder lost to Fury, and when EJ lost, I ain't even go back and look at them shits, man.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Wilder. And Wilder's trying to make another run, so we might get Wilder versus Itwama, or and then now that Usyk done dropped the WBC belt, I bet you Wilder got his eyes on that now.
Man, Wilder's just collecting checks right now, man.
Yeah.
Wilder's just getting his old lady stole some money from him, something like 400,000, something like that from him,
Mm.
and told that fool to stop trying to be a stepdaddy. Yes, she fine and everything, but she looking at you like you a mark, bro, like you a lick. You know,
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
cold, them cold black brothers like myself. You know what I'm saying? Be liking them little light skinned chicks.
Yeah.
And she went in there, saw a sucker, and played that role for a while. I think she had a YouTube channel there for a second.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And, she got what she could, try to get a business off them and all. These chicks something else nowadays, bro. That shit cold, man.
Yeah, it's
That
cold
shit
out
cold.
here, Slim.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
It's like ain't no
Yeah.
love, bro. It's just about what have you done for me lately? You know
So
what I'm
what's
saying?
my man Doc Kent said, who's your pick for the night? I'm gonna go with I don't know enough about Zayas, so I mean I'm not even gonna fake the funk. Boots done showed me enough
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
fan. And I mean this was way back when he was still facing lower competition, just trying to make a name for himself at 47, back when Earl and Bud, that's when, what, 2021, 22, 23, and Boots was fighting like 3 4 times a year, just trying to, man, just get out
yeah,
there. I
yeah,
have no reason to go against Boots. If he comes in there and sticks to the game plan, I think that's important. He got to stick to the game plan Bosey's put in there for him. I don't want to see him go too far off on um the in ring IQ. Because from what you all are sharing, I don't think Zayas is going to test that to the extent that he got to go too far from the game plan. If he sticks with the game plan, stays behind a solid jab, you mentioned it too, pull, puts those deposits in on the body early. I don't see a reason as to why he can't walk away victorious. And that's without me knowing enough about Zayas. I'm just going off confidence with Boots and being this
Hmm.
being his big moment. Um, that's all. I'm gonna go with Boots with uh he went the distance with Karen. Um
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Zayas without knowing much about him. That's gonna be my benefit of the doubt for him that he can at least take Boots 12. So I say Boots in a majority, excuse me, unanimous decision.
Well, I think Boot's gonna make him work, and you kind of like Steven Shakur, like he does. He kind of like come up into your space, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And Xander, he likes to throw punches. Soon as you come into his range, he throwing that 1 2 1 2 3. Soon as you come into the range, and I think Boots is going to harass him. You know what I'm saying? Make him work. You know what I'm saying? Make that big boy work. Make him run. Make him work. Then he gonna sting him when he can. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna like really mix up his attack, keep it boxing, you know what I'm saying? Box a technical fight for the first 5 rounds and then wait for the legs to get tired. Somebody, I know they don't watch this film. If I notice that he gets tired in the second half of the fight, I'm pretty sure Bozy gonna look at that and make Boots press him, but box intelligently. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Stay,
okay.
just play with his range, make him wear step out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You're gonna try to clinch and all that shit. You're gonna be able to tell when it's time to, turn it on and stuff. But he's gonna have to make him
Mm-hmm.
work. I think his size is gonna work against him. I think it's gonna be the best Boots that we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I
Okay.
think Boots is really super focused. He's in top notch shape. I don't think he probably ever been in this kind of shape before.
Okay.
Um, and I think he's gonna put on the show. I mean, and I'm talking not talking about that force stuff that he did down at 147. I'm talking about he done been through, what I'm saying, all those fights. Now he knows to get rid of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like
Mm-hmm.
really get behind his technical ability, and then we'll see some of the acrobatic stuff, once we get him broke down, probably about round 6, 7. I think he'll get Xander ass up out of there. Probably about
Okay.
about 8, 9, 10, somewhere up in there. I think he'll get rid of Xander,
Okay.
because
Okay.
Xander gonna be woe down, bro. He gonna be
And
woe out.
and
All
you,
that going backwards and shit. 'Cause I seen him training and
yeah.
shit. He's training to go backwards to be on the back foot. I'm telling you, he's training his ass off. But Boots gonna work his ass. I saw
You
it,
got
man.
you. So you think so you got Boots by KO or TKO or corner
TKO,
stoppage?
TKO,
Okay.
probably
Okay.
TKO.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident of it, man, because that's a big boy, you know, and he fighting an elusive. He fighting a guy that can keep up with him, you
Mm-hmm.
know. You fighting somebody that can step into your range, step out of your range without you. He can swim without getting wet, and that's the worst kind of dude to fight,
Oh
you
man.
know.
Hey,
Just
real quick. Hey, Doc Kent said 50-50 Spence versus Zoo. Hey, Doc Kent, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Um, I, I, I'm gonna put my money on Zoo, man.
man, Zoo fit get his ass beat, bro. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think EJ gonna beat Zoo. I've been wanting to get to that. Um, Zoo, cause you know why? Cause Zoo is straight up and down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Zoo only got a right hand. If you watch his fights, I don't
Mm-hmm.
even know how he connect his right hand. When he fought Tony, what's his name? Tony
Harrison.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Harrison is a shadow of himself. See, he thinks
Oh, ain't no
Spence is
question. At that time, yeah.
because you remember that fight when he fought Jamel. Man, that fight was that was a battle, bro. I mean, that boy was so sharp.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm
Yeah.
like, God damn, he was sharper than a razor blade. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Then he fought Tim, and he just didn't look like himself. Then they made that ring super small too. They did
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Mm-hmm.
with Spence, hopefully they don't make the ring small. Um, but knowing EJ, he gonna box his. He well, I got to see what kind of style that Ronnie got. Is he got him boxing or do he got him
There you go.
bulldoze?
There you
Um,
go. See, we don't know which version of Earl Spence we gonna see, and so the only thing I'm basing my pick on with Zoo, and I'm a Spence fan. Don't ever get it twisted. Spence fan. But I learned to not let my fandom affect my picks. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
And
right.
reason I'm saying it is Zoo's been active, and you can. And while Earl had
Yeah,
the rest, Earl needed the rest. Okay, it wasn't like when Floyd retired for a year after he fought De La Hoya and then came back. Year and a half later. Okay,
yeah,
but Floyd didn't have to do that. He did it because he wanted to. I think Earl took that time off because he had to. He needed that time.
yeah. He got to get
And
that
so I'm gonna
liquor,
give,
all that
yeah,
liquor, and all that stuff that was in his system.
get it out of the
Where
system, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
they had to heal. And see,
had
that's
to
why I think
heal.
he gonna win because I think
Okay.
I think even I think his pedigree, not just the Olympic shit, just from everything
Hmm.
he's been through and all experience, all the battles he's been through,
Hmm.
he can fight. He's superior
He's a
to Tim
superior
Tszyu.
boxer,
Now,
no
here's the
question.
problem. Like the problem is what Dark Kent was saying. Tim been active,
Hmm.
but Tim's so goddamn sorry, bro. Now he's not even the same fighter he was when he first came in. So his confidence was different. He was hitting
Hmm.
different. What I'm saying? He
Hmm.
done got towed back. He done got knocked out a couple of times since then. So
He
that's
has
all that in Backroom. I think Backroom knocked his ass out and Fedora beat his ass. I mean, towed his ass back. Um,
that second Fundora fight. Yes,
yeah. Yeah, the second one, not the first one, where he was all blood on top of his head. I think shit,
that
that was
that first fight, and so that's the if and my thought is if Zoo, if he hasn't, he's taking some damage. Ain't no question.
oh yeah,
It
oh
depends on
yeah,
how much he got left in his tank, and so that's where I feel like the activity will play in his favor. If the Zoo who won that WBO belt defended it, and then he fought Fundora to defend that belt again, I will say this till I'm blue in the face. If Zoo didn't get that cut, Zoo was on his way to beat Fundora. Now that was a different Fundora at the time. The Fundora
right,
was not fighting behind the jab. He wasn't fighting tall. He wasn't using his physical advantages to impose on his opponent. No question. But what I saw Zoo putting together was a masterful performance. He got cut and he didn't but he still finished that fight. And
yeah,
so I feel like he has the ability to bite down, which can play against him. So he does have some skill and athletic deficiencies compared to Earl. You right. Whatever version of the Ronnie Shields, Earl Spence that come out, that's gonna let us know. And but in terms if I was gonna put a bet down, I ain't gonna bet. I don't lose no money betting on these jokers no more. But if I was going to bet, I'm gonna keep it real. I would put my money on Zoo. But I would love for Earl
yeah.
to win, no question.
I understand because we don't know what his punch resistance is gonna be like. When these
That too.
fighters come back, the damn punch resistance, can they take a punch? Because Wilder punch resistance just went out the window. That nigga get touched and shit, but anywhere around his head, boy, he gone.
He gone.
He gone. It's like, and I'm not joking. It's just that's what it seemed like. Like psychologically, see, Tim think he gonna be able to bum rush Spence and be able to get him up out of there. Because we don't know where Spence, mind. Saying when them punches start coming
Hmm.
at him. Saying what's gonna really happen. Um,
Hmm.
Tim, he hits hard, but he's not the same. He's not the
Oh
same
no, yeah,
Tim.
yeah. He's
Tim
a
Tszyu.
shell. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
definitely this is a perfect fight for Spence because Tim been active, what I'm saying? He's a brute, what I'm saying? But his style, EJ should be able to handle,
EJ
you
should
know.
be able to handle it.
He should be
One
able to
one
handle
other one other thing too is in that interview with Andre Ward, Earl,
what's up, Sam?
man,
What's happening?
I might retire after this one. I'm on a fight by fight basis, which I get it. It's just you wonder how much of his heart is still into this game.
Right.
So he definitely has to approach it intelligently. We know Earl's not going to train like the Earl of the past when he fought KO. Those days are over. So now he's having smart camp. I think he got a great trainer.
Hmm.
If he comes in and he has the right type of shape that he can really go a good 12 round fight, and quite honestly, Earl need the rounds. So
Yep.
I hope the fight does go 12 and goes to the scorecards because Earl need the work, man.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, if his punch resistant is good and his body didn't
Mm-hmm.
heal, if we got I think 60%, 60% EJ, and a lot of this come from fandom too.
Sure.
60% Earl Spence Jr. beats Tim Tszyu because Tim Tszyu is not a special fighter. He was a guy with size, a
Mm-hmm.
guy, what I'm saying, with a nice explosive first step, and he
Mm-hmm.
got good timing. He got good
Mm-hmm.
timing, and that's about it. Other
Okay.
than that, once you slip that right, he ain't have nothing else, bro. Besides
Mm-hmm.
that big body to smear you, to
Smother you,
brutalize you,
yeah.
you
And then
smother
that's
you
when he
with,
looking for the ref to come in and
right.
reset.
Well, or he tried to push you in the corner so he can, reset and get you up out of there, with
Mm-hmm.
power shots,
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, over
Mm-hmm.
the top. He don't have no finesse. So,
No, no.
so if he's tough and, he still got his boxing mind, he should be able to go, because Spence pick off shots. He shouldn't be able to hit Spence with that right. Because Spence,
Mm.
say I like how, Spence used to pick off shots and stuff like, using his hands,
Yes.
saying. But for some reason, I didn't like when he was talking about he working with hand placement. I'm like, nigga, what you talking about? You know where to place your hands? So he used to pick off shots like that. So I don't know how much he, like you said, we got to see, But if he's 60%, 70, 60, 65%, I
Mm-hmm.
think he'll beat the shit out of Tim. But like,
Okay.
but like Doc can say, that activity plays a part too. How long can he
Ain't no
keep it up?
question. Yeah.
How long can he
Yeah.
keep it up? Can he 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds? You got to build yourself up to 12 rounds, bro. You know,
And
and
another thing too, you said this earlier, and I believe it. When he fought Bud, and I think they stopped it what in the 10th? Stopped it in the 10th. Okay.
ninth,
Earl took a
ninth,
lot of
ninth,
damage in that
ninth.
fight.
I only watched it one time. I remember it was the ninth round, nigga. I just cut
Ninth
that
round
shit up.
stoppage. Okay. He
Mm,
took a lot of damage in that fight. So we have to also say we're seeing whatever version of Earl we'll see. I mean, cool, we want to see Earl from the 8, 9 years ago. But I'm just saying, going with this concept of if you take that damage, you left a part of yourself in that ring, and you
yeah,
probably never be that good as you were. You just you'll be as good as you can be current day. I feel like that's what we got to see too. And then you mentioned punch resistance. He took a lot of damage in that Bud fight.
yeah,
Where is he at? Is he gonna be gun shy? Okay.
right,
Remember Roy was gun shy after he got
right.
KO'd by
Oh, I was fucked up on that
Tara.
one too, man. I was messed up, bro. I was like, Jesus Christ. Look at him get knocked out. Oh, it was bad, bro.
But see,
Glenn
we
Johnson
we
knocked
never
him out.
knew. We never knew that Roy
He,
never had a chin because nobody could ever
he
touch his
never had
chin.
needed one. He never needed one. He was so fast, bro. He was like a damn raccoon in there, boy. He was like a damn. That boy was so fast. I remember he knocked out the IBF. I think it was 175 champion. What was his name? Reggie something, man. He hit that motherfucker with a 1-2. He hit him with a 1-2, man, so fast, bro. I was like, oh my God. This dude is
Hmm.
not human. This guy is not. Then he beat Richard. Man, he beat him so crazy, bro. I mean, Roy was different,
Hmm.
bro. He probably one of the best athletes I ever seen, man. Like this, man.
But that's why he got signed to Jordan brand. Jordan recognized that. Say, man, he is an elite once in a lifetime athlete, and that's when
Mm,
Jordan started signing them guys from different sports onto the brand because he was like, I want to get the best. These guys are perennial elite pedigree that you rarely ever see.
right,
Um, but yeah, oh, another thing too is what type of power is Earl bringing to this fight? So when he fought Bud, the Earl that we saw fight um Mikey Garcia. I'm not even gonna say Mikey Garcia. The Earl we saw fight Lamont Peterson, the Earl we saw who fought Van Heerden, the Earl who fought Kell Brook. I'm talking about the Earl who was running
right.
through shit.
The
Okay.
trunk monkey. Mm-hmm.
When Earl was putting them hands on you and you saw the effects on his when he fought Ugas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even though that was a reduced version of Earl, but Earl still had that power. When he fought Bud, I didn't see no power. I wonder
yeah.
what
He
type
hit
of
and he
power
hit
Earl
Bud
bringing here.
too. He
Yeah,
hit
he
Bud
caught him a
flush.
few times. Yeah,
Right, and it was no, it wasn't no reaction. Period.
it was like throwing grapes at Bud, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like he couldn't, just weak. He was just weak, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But the skills was there. I mean, it's just because he would have powered. I think if he was the old version of himself, he would have powered through a lot of that shit Bud was throwing. And
Ain't no question. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He would have walked them down. You know what I'm saying? Bud would have been fucking him up, but I think EJ would have went in there and tore his body down. You know what I'm saying? Because Bud will
Mm.
exchange. One thing about Bud is he'll exchange with you. Once you piss him off enough, he will
Yeah.
go mano with you. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
EJ would have broke him down to attrition, because just like he did with Madronov, Bud is a
Mm-hmm.
fighter. He's a fighter, bro. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
go through a lot of bullshit to get him in there and try to catch you at your weak point and all that, but you press Bud, you got a fight on your hand because Jose Benavidez hit his ass. That nigga whole body twisted when Jose Benavidez hit him with a body shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That nigga had a delayed reaction on like he was shitting on himself. I was like,
Mm.
oh my God. I said, I know he ain't finna knock Bud out. I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Bud tell me something. He gonna tell a interviewer talking about the only time his leg locked up was when what's his name hit him on Gamboa. I was like, hell no, you wrong about that. Nigga, your leg locked up against Jose Benavidez, boy. You look like you ready to go to heaven, boy. I was like,
Oh,
I don't know how you he in great shape though. He
man, the dude is in like Gary Russell says. If you in 15 round shape, you
yeah.
guaranteed to be able to go 12. And I'm talking about going to 12, taking some damage, right? Because like you say, the fight it takes a lot out of you. Um,
Mm.
but Bud, I be keep it real with you. I like to see Boots win this fight. I like to see Boots get in there with Fundora. I don't know what's going on with Virgil Ortiz. I ain't even, he guys like that. I
I think
always say
he hiding out because it's getting kind of ugly out there for him.
it,
I think he want to bypass. He probably might come out and fight at 160. I don't think he gonna
160.
fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, or he waiting for
it,
the fight. Well, what's that dude for a belt? What's his name? Jack. Not Jack. The dude that just got the other belt. That just got the other belt. What's his name? Josh Kelly. I think he'll
okay.
fight Josh Kelly. You
Well,
know.
he probably will, but at
Uh,
the end of the day, he's not active enough. If you these guys who
right.
fight once a year, um, you know, but at the end of the day, I keep it real. I would not mind seeing Bud coming back for one more, and I wouldn't mind seeing it against Boots,
Oh, he
or
coming. I'm
or
gonna tell you right now. He coming back for Canelo. Cause Canelo want that fight so bad, bro. Bro.
and you know what? I wouldn't be mad to see it because um, Canelo Canelo did some decent work at certain spots in that fight, no question. But Bud rose to the occasion and walked out there uh, undisputed champion. It was you couldn't dispute the performance Bud put on. Um, but I would not mind seeing that again, and I think Canelo deserves his get back because he gave Bud the shot. And
Yeah.
even if he's athletically um, underwhelmed compared to Bud, let that man get his get back.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Canelo can't box with Bud. Bud just smarter. You know,
Oh, no
it,
question.
there's
Yeah.
he damn near lost to Trout. See, Trout, Ennis
Hmm.
What
Lara,
he say?
yeah,
Laura.
yeah. Eris Landy
See,
Lara,
he
yeah.
has a problem with boxers. That's why he ran
Floyd.
from the Charlos at 154. I knew he could
Hmm.
never beat those guys. He couldn't beat
Hmm.
Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I
Hmm.
mean, when he took the blood fight, I was like, why is he? He's supposed to lose. It's
Well,
like, bro, do you know? Yeah,
that's what I'm glad you mentioned that because you made me think of something. That I think guys who start taking soft touches, which Canelo did on his run to become undisputed at 160, if I'm not mistaken, um, and then he went on up to 168. But uh, this is you gotta fight guys across the spectrum of boxing,
yeah,
and that
yeah.
is why I believe that was one of the advantages I think Bud had over Earl. Bud fought guys. He fought Mean Machine from Europe. He fought Gambo from Cuba. He fought the gold medalist from Dominican Republic. I can't remember his name. The guy who Lamont Peterson beat when they fought in Virginia. I went to that fight. Bud fought all type of guys from all over the world. Okay. When Earl went on his run to get his three belts, he fought Ugas, who, okay,
Cuba,
uh Cuba. He fought who else? Oh, Kell Brook from Britain. And who else did he get that other belt from?
Kell Brook, um, Sean Porter, Usyk. That's three right there.
He won the belt from Sean Porter. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
just
see, but see, it,
mm,
it was more strategic, you know what I'm saying, for
mm,
Crawford. He just caught
mm,
Spence when he got the intel that his life was falling apart. He
okay.
just caught Spence. He knew all he had to do was wait Spence out because there's certain fighters like Ryan Garcia. They're known for not keeping between fights,
Yeah.
keeping themselves together. So it's intel out there on these fighters, and he just
Yeah.
caught Spence when Spence was. I'm not saying that for sure that Spence would have beat him, but Spence just had car accident. He just had too much going on. He got into a
Too
second. He
much.
got
Yeah.
actually he got into a third car accident. He got into yeah, he got into a third car accident.
Mm.
I was just done, bro. I was like, bro, I don't know what the hell they doing in Dallas. Um, he actually got into a third car accident, bro. I was done listening to that shit, bro. I was like, are you serious? It's like, who the hell? He don't even need to drive. I mean, he don't even need to get in a car, nigga. Just God, then stay home.
Stay on his farm and stay on the tractor, man.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't even put that nigga on the horse. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just
Yeah.
like, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. Another accident? Oh my God, bro. God is definitely trying to tell you something, bro. You know.
Let me get your thoughts on this, Pool, and I'm gonna drop off after this.
Mhm.
Tank Davis just became champion in recess with the WBA, and I think that was the right decision by the WBA because
Right.
regardless of whatever's going on in Tank's life, holding he's holding up the division for fights to happen. And I don't know, I guess he missed the purse bid date with Floyd Schofield because now they're saying Schofield is the interim champion, and they got him lined up to face, I guess, number one and number two in line at 135, which I mean that's cool. But at the end of the day, what are your thoughts on the trajectory of Tank Davis's career in 2026? Who do you think he's going to face, if anyone for that matter? And taking into account he's been inactive for now over a year.
Well, I mean, for Tank, the sky's the limit. But the problem is, Tank don't really want to challenge himself. He want to fight who he want to fight. He don't want to fight Abdullah Mason. He don't want to fight Matullah, Raymond Matella, he don't want to fight none of them dudes. Them dudes are hungry as hell. You know what I'm saying? Tank can fight. Tank can fight anybody he want. You know what I'm saying? Because he the money man. You know, everybody want to see Tank fight, so that gives him a lot of leverage to do what he want to do. And Tank already told people that he only want to fight the people he want to fight. So that gives him a lot of leverage because of the money and the numbers that he do at the box office. So for him, I could see he's not going to fight Shakur. Um, even though they be talking shit, I think he just say a lot of stuff to get his name. Since he been gone for a while, he want to get the clout back around his name and stuff, and then he's going to go right back to fighting. He was supposed to come back and fight Pitbull, no, Kid Austin. That's who he's supposed to fight. Now you see that fight didn't go through. You know what I'm saying? Kid Austin. So he got a number of young guys that he can fight, but Tank don't want to fight him. He don't want to fight. He never fought Kevin Farmer when he's supposed to fight him. So you just never know what Tank wanted. Whatever he want to do, Tank gonna do, and he's not gonna fight the fights that we want to see him fight. So I kind of like write him off just to until he gets whatever he want to do because I don't think Tank want to really challenge. I thought he was going to come back to fight Devin Haney, but I was like, what weight they going to fight at? If Devin go down to 140, he's going to be drained. You know what I'm saying? And that's not going to be very entertaining because Tank going to finish his ass off very quickly. Um, he's not going to come up to 147. You know what I'm saying? Because that's too heavy. You know what I'm saying? For him to, I don't think he'd be as explosive at 147. I think he'd just be too small. You know what I'm saying? For Devin, I don't to be effective. Um, so that fight really not going to happen. So Tank got a lot of fights, 135 he can make, and none of them going to turn him down. I don't see Abdullah Mason turning down a fight with Tank. Kid Austin everybody wants to fight Tank. Like just like when Devin and Shakur went through there, they all want to fight Tank. Shakur, he pissed with Tank because Tank think he bigger than him. Tank always keep making him feel like he's small and stuff. So they got that, like this whole ego thing going on. So Tank can pretty much do what he want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, whatever Tank won't, he'll show to himself. So nobody really can mess with his box office numbers. And so, he's gonna he gets to write his own ticket, basically, you know. But I wish he would come out of that shit and get some fights on. Because you got some talent down there at 135. You got that what's that name? Jahara Hero guy? Jahira or something. He's like the WBC interim champion or something like that. So I would love to see some of them stop mixing it up down there. You know, yeah, yeah. Oh, you might as well forget. I don't think he ever gonna fight Roach again, bro. Dark Ken. I don't think he's gonna fight Roach. I don't think he want that. I don't think he want that fight. I think Tank is just gonna fight the fights that you know pretty much that's not dangerous for him. You know what I'm saying? That way he could just go in there and just get a quick little win, make a few $1 million and bounce. You know, it's a sad era for boxing right now. Soon you're gonna have O'Shaquie Foster trying to fight him. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of challenges down there. So that's why I don't think Shakur Stevenson is gonna go back to 135 unless he find saying somebody easy to win. You know, Tank versus you said Gary. Oh man, Gary old man. Gary old. Gary too old to fight Tank. I think Gary would accept that fight. Yeah, Tank might Gary might fight. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty goddamn good. Yeah, he'll probably fight Gary Russell. He'll probably fight Gary Russell. Yeah, yeah, because Gary what 40? What Gary about 40 years old, bro. It's like it's over for Gary. I don't know what the other Gary doing. Um, Gary Antoine, I don't know what the hell he doing. Oh, you saying Tank should fight Gary Antoine? Oh, at 140. I don't think Tank want that fight. You know what I'm saying? That's too risky. Gary's pretty goddamn strong. And he got power. So I don't think Tank want that fight. Not at no 140. You know, I think Shakur, that's a good fight for Shakur. You know, I don't know why, but I don't think Shakur will take that fight because he's probably too scared of what Gary can do. But they're all friends though, so that fight will never happen because they're all buddies and stuff. So, but y'all, hey, we're gonna come back tonight. We're gonna come back tonight and watch the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out here and give me something to eat, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what time. Wait a minute. What time do the fight start? Hold on. Let's see what time the fight start. So anybody know what time the fight start? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what time it starts. I'm googling right now. Xander Zayas fight time. Let's see. Damn. Starts at so it begins at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. 8 p.m. 30 Eastern. Okay. So I catch you guys. We're gonna be here. Start by 8:30, and I'll be here. You know what I'm saying? I'll open up the lines and we'll get on by 8:30 today, man. And you know what I'm saying? And we'll see what Boots can do, man. We'll see what Boots can do. But a 300 came through. I'm about to goddamn cry, man. What god dang 300 that came through today, boy. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, 8:30. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what Boots got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? See you guys there. I gotta go get me some beer and stuff, man. So I get ready for tonight. You know what I'm saying? Get everything ready. Hey, thanks guys for coming through. Y'all know how it is. Pool counter boxing. We family over here. You know, man, this shit. We've been doing this for about what, 5 or 6 years, 7 years maybe. Damn, we've been on here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Man, you guys happy Father's Day to every last one of you. You know what I'm saying? I hope I see you tonight, and we're gonna rock out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my beer, so it's gonna get ghetto than the motherfucker up in here. See you guys later, man. 8:30, 8 p.m. See you guys then. Peace out, everybody.